Hey, hey, what's up, Lord Pop Tart? How's it going? Oh, yeah, we're back for the Thursday nighttime stream. What should the title be? Um, Collecting Pokemon cards as a tripod fish live card shop. There we go. Okay, we're going to stay on that. Very, very nice. Hello, Mr. in chat. Woo, I wasn't first. What up, guys? Hey, what's up, Mr. Oscar? Sorry, starting a little bit later tonight. Karis ended up getting real sick tonight, so I've just been hanging out with her, making her feel better. And then there's a point where she's finally feeling slightly better, and we doze off. And I was super tired, so it completely worked on me. I was zonked, dude. All right, here we are. Yeah, I don't really run like an alarm or anything ever. So if I accidentally fall asleep, I just kind of missed the stream. Oops. What is this, Lena Raines? This is great music. All right, so we'll grab this. No, let's pop this out here. Okay, we're going to grab the website. That's new, right? The website. Karis got super sick tonight. Here we are. We believe she was food poisoned. Okay. And I've just been kind of waiting for it to happen to me, too, by the way. So all night, I'm just kind of waiting for it to start. And it must have grazed me, must have missed me. I don't know. Okay, let's see. What is this? Mapniverse solo leveling trading cards 2? Okay. Still no price on the new Dream set. That's too bad. Let's go ahead and turn this off. We learned today that Puerto Rico is warm all year round. Very nice. Probably because it's a tropical island. All right. Our subscribed are up to 1,140. Very cool. All right. So I say we swap our content strategy over to just making crazy content now. What do you guys think? Now that we've hit 100,000. Ivan Rodriguez got that rainbow slab. That's good. CS Man, 1 AO pack. Joshua Whipple, 1 box Inferno for the gold Zard. 1 box of Inferno. Oh, right. So I suppose I need to bring that into the room. 4 packs of Japanese Black for a Toad. 1 Poke Shuffle Snipe. So that's Joshua Whipple right after that. Wow, we just went live, and there's already $460 worth of orders. Whoa, that's pretty cool. All right, guys, happy Thursday. It's Thursday morning, Thursday night, Friday morning. How's it going, guys? All right, let's turn on our Zapad. We are. Is Rockstar Mahi yet here? We need him to come in and say, yo, hello, bro. I need that box, that Pokemon box. Give it to me. You need to be like, oh, give me my Pokemon box. We're jumping in. We are 3 minutes in. We got 12 watchers. Wow, wee wow. That's so many. Not really. Notably, it's been kind of a slower time period. Like, okay, look at this. So I just hit refresh, and this dude's not even live. And how about this dude? This is the dude, the other dude. Let's see. I don't think this guy's live either. It must be slow or something, man. What do you guys feel like it's slightly slow for the Pokemon sort of like market? You think people are getting sleepy or out of money or whatever? I don't feel the energy that we had at the earlier half of the year. Do you guys, you know what I'm talking about? Man, we didn't know what we had. It was so crazy. Let's see. Ba-doop. All right. We didn't know what we had. Hitting enter on that. Well. What's up, guys? So we're not done with the 100K celebration. We can all celebrate together. We've got this over here. And someone pulled a $100 card, didn't they? Or is that still going, actually? 100K. Darmanitan. No, there it is. Okay, so who pulled this? Was it like Packology or something? Ugh. I am waiting to have very bad food poisoning. I'm waiting for the stomachache to begin, but I might have avoided it. Who knows? Packology 123. So we were at 2,789, which means we're at 2,889. So we still got a ways to go. Still got a ways to go. Wow, 17 people in here. We are busy as ever. 8 likes. Thank you for the likes, guys. You guys are the best. Happy Thursday night. Who doesn't love a good Thursday night? There's a Christian Garcia pack. There's a little Gengar card in there. A little bonus Gengar card, maybe. Get that Gengar card. Okay, first-time buyer gets a free Gengar. Rawr. Who doesn't love a good Gengar? Okay. All right, I'm getting this comment section open. Hold on. Click. Comment section. And we're going to pop this out. Actually, I kind of wish that I was. Switch account to TheCardconomist. Can I do that? Ho-ho! Now we're talking. I'm watching my stream as me, and I bet you I can moderate this chat now, can't I? Is it going to let me do that? Yes, it will. Perfect. All right, let's hit refresh on that. We figured it all out. All the steps are in. Oops. Come on now. Oh, it scares me. Oh. Look at this Pikachu. Get your ass in there and do your chores. Okay. Mister, I feel we're getting later every day. Yes. I said this earlier. I fell asleep. So tonight is a late start. I apologize. Just wait. We're about to hit 2 a.m. So you just know Spectrum's going to shut our internet off and we'll have to swap over to hotspot. So if that happens, by the way, because I'm considering it could actually happen, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to change over to hotspot Wi-Fi using my cell phone and we'll keep running. Okay. So if we blank out, you know it's happening. I drove up the road. Yeah. I don't know what it is. They got some massive road project going on. I don't know what they're doing, but it's like, it surprised me when I saw it. I was like, whoa, it's much bigger in scope than I thought it was. So like across the entire main, like the heart of the city from beginning to end, they've now cleared off this huge chunk of land. And I would not be surprised if they're like rerouting Spectrum or something to get it out of the way of this project. Because it's like this whole left side of the road, just from one point to the other. It takes like 5 minutes to drive through it all. It's so long, and it was causing massive traffic today. So I think that's the Spectrum issues. They're doing a major road project. Oh, man. Boy, I can just chug these. These are so freaking good, dude. I love that there's so few ingredients in here. That's my favorite thing. I love that it's just water and lemon juice. Mister, I could moderate for you. You want to? Maybe. I don't think we need a new mod, but I would consider you for moderator. You're pretty energetic. But you know, the problem with that CS-Man is if we ever butted heads on an idea, you just have to go with my opinion because moderators aren't allowed to really fight too long over an idea with me. That's the biggest problem. So you and I have to be real similar to each other, just get along that way somehow, you know what I mean? So that's one of the things moderators learn is they learn that eventually you might disagree with me on something, but the problem is, you know, it's not sort of like you're the director of the show now or something, you know what I mean? So that could be tough to accept sometimes. Here it is. Let's see. CS-Man, One Ancient Origin. I wish there was a way to hand out a different like title to somebody who's really cool in the stream, but I think we kind of already have that. I think it's pretty much it's the you know, it's the what do they call them? The YouTube roles. Memberships. Ooh, burping. So, here we are. You're taking spot number 18. This box is truly halfway there. CS-Man. CS-Man for Korean Prime Minister. Hell yeah, dude. You can get in there and be like, hey, you know what you should do, CS-Man? You should lead the revolution. of the peasant class against the wealthy. Or you can lead a bloody regional conflict against North Korea for reunification. I don't know. I don't know if any of that's a good idea. Don't listen to me. Joshua Whipple, 1 whole box of Inferno for the Gold Zard. 4 packs of Japanese Black. For a Toad, please. 1 Poke Shuffle Snipe. All right. So the Poke Shuffles are so full. There are so many great cards in there in that Poke Shuffle. Low-key being regular customers, chill. There's definitely a pride in being a moderator. And people who want to be a moderator definitely have a certain love for the channel. So I like to see that. The problem is we got some good moderators. Tammy and Alex have stuck around for a real long time. And then you got Roger Gray, you got Arturo Perez, you got Athim, you got others who are always in here. So we're never really shy on moderators. Like Alex is here right now. And there's some other really good people to pick for moderator too. So there's always a couple people to pick from. We actually, even though our audience is maybe not the biggest audience, we have a weirdly consistent and very nice group of people in here. And so there's a lot of people who could be chosen for moderator. But I think you'd be a good choice overall. Some of the things I look for is somebody with sort of a peppy sort of energy to them. Maybe an energy where it's like you're not gonna get rolled over too fast. You're not gonna get wiped out too fast. So I think that's pretty valuable. Look at this Black Label. Ooh. So, you sound pretty energetic. Of course, you're 18, so that helps. Yeah, when you're young, you have lots of energy. I remember being 18. Just you wait, Mr. CS Man. You get a little bit older, you'll be like, oh my God, I got to go to work at my heartless corporate job. My soul is broken. Give it a little time. You'll catch up to the rest of us. Here we go. Now, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these. Give life a little time to crush your soul a little bit. Here we are. Soul crushing. All right, there we go. Is anybody getting in that Ancient Origins break LMAO? So this is the vintage box break. These always move really slow. The last one we hosted was the fossil box break, and it took, I think, over 8 months before it finished. And sort of what happens is every now and then you get a guy who's really ambitious about getting it to move, and they'll jump in by a couple spots, and that's how it moves. Now, I could take a couple spots, too, to help it along if I wanted. This is a quality break. So I could take 19, 20, 21, and it'd be already up to 21, and you'd be surprised how fast it moves when there's just this many spots left. When there's just this many spots left, it really dwells on people's mind like, hey, maybe I better pick one of those up before it's over. So you'd be surprised how long it takes to go off and how all of a sudden it goes off when it's near the end. When it's near the end, it's just like, boom, done. And you'd be like, it'll take months to get to that point, and then 1 month it'll go off instantly. Those last 8 packs sell in like a month. So that's kind of how it works, and your purchase was very important for that. Now, wait a second. We already did the Poke Shuffle. We need to go get the box of Inferno. I'll be right back. Mister, how close is the staff break? Here it is, Miss 6. How are you today, 6? By the way, it's very nice to see you. Let's see. You were missing for just like a few days, maybe? And people are like, where's 6? The staff card, where is it? Is it folded over? Oh, here it is. It is up to 14 out of 26. 12 spots remain. This is a really good card. So that's getting pretty close. 14 out of 26. Also, we've got this guy right here. He's 3 and 7. So he's a little close to halfway done. I'm a little surprised this one didn't move a little faster. He's only a 3 and 7, and he comes with a star card. So you gotta remember that. So there's actually 2 pulls in here. And it's definitely a Lucario in there. So this is from Sun and Moon. It's actually from 2019. It's quite old. And it would not surprise me to see the price on this thing just climb, 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 because it's quite old. But then again, I don't know if anyone in our group in particular is a big Lucario lover. My wife likes Lucario. That's very sussy. I'm going to go get an Inferno box. She likes Lucario and Blaziken. And I go, let me grab this. We don't want this over here anymore. Can I put it here? Have you guys ever heard of that company called Cook Unity? We've been trying that out for 3 weeks now, Cook Unity. It's pre-cooked food that they mail to you. Ooh. This week, the Cook Unity comes in. Karis tries out the Indian food. She loves Indian. I don't like Indian food as much. I don't know why. It's like the seasonings are too thick. There's too much cream. It's okay. I prefer Asian food. That would be like Korean, Japanese, Chinese. Okay, that's my favorite. Anyways, she gets this Indian dish. We sit down. I'm just eating grilled chicken with potatoes. That's it. Super simple. She's eating the Indian chicken. Tonight, hours later, like 5 hours later, maybe 4 hours later, she is throwing up her guts, bro. She's like dying. Like she's like, she's like, oh, stomach acid. And in no time at all, she is full-blown food poison throwing up. I ate from the same group of food as her, and so I'm just kind of waiting, but nothing happened to me. So the craziest part, I took a bite of her food. So she tried a bite of mine, I tried a bite of her. That's pretty typical. I've not gotten that sick. I'm not feeling sick. No stomach acid, no queasiness. So she's dying. And I was spending time with her while she was very sick. You know, she was just, yeah, she was hitting that bathroom like every 10 minutes. I was like reading a bedtime story to her, and she's like, oh. So I was just kind of waiting for it to hit me too, but it appears to have missed me. That is my story for you tonight. We have not had an exciting Thursday. Just, you know, just tired, man. We're both tired, actually. We've been working. Dude, I'm 36, dude. And it's going to be 37 in April. And I have non-stop work my... Whoa! Oh, yeah. Joshua Whipple, striking gold. This is so fun. This is why we love opening packs, obviously. Some very nice cards in there. Love the artwork. Let's go ahead and find out what this is real fast so we can sleeve up the rest of these. I was like, man, I just need to like take a break or something. I was just feeling it today, man. I was actually feeling sort of like, what am I doing? But I was watching her die, and I'm like, oh, no. Something about seeing your partner die of food poisoning makes you feel like, okay, I'm going to take a few hours off or something. Here it is. She was dying, dude. She was getting wiped out. Beautiful Zekrom. Another one. Yeah, is that your second one? Did the last one grade 10? You going to sell me that one? There we go. Y'all see the new NS Zekrom? Mister, you know you're getting old when you have to lift your nutsack just so you can sit down. I have not had to do that, okay? I've not had to do that. I have heard of that kind of stuff, though. Yeah. I have done the thing where I kicked myself in the nuts while sitting down. That's happened before, but I don't think... That was actually years ago. And I didn't forget it because it was midstream, and I bit my tongue. I was like, what the fuck? I was kind of like shifting around. My back was hurting as a result of kicking myself in the nuts. Now, that's because I like to fold my feet under my butt when I sit down. I'm that kind of person. I sit down on a folded leg. That's the comfortable sitting position for me. So I always fold a leg under my butt. I guess I folded that leg too damn fast, kicked my own nutsack, and I was sitting there like, man, I was in so much regret. I was like, I'm going to be sitting down so much more careful in the future. I don't know if that's an age-related thing. It is. Carol's Jr.'s all home-cooked dinner food. Mister, can I reserve the 19th spot for tomorrow? You most certainly can. It's reserved. I'll save it for you. There we go. A new end card? Maybe it's a stomach thing because I've never been able to eat Carl's Jr. Carl! I got Walking Dead meme stuck in my head. I'm sorry. We can all just live together. I've done that so many times. You've kicked yourself in the nuts sitting down. I don't do that anymore. It doesn't happen. I'm very nut conscious. No kicking myself in the nuts as I sit down. Yeah, you just slide that leg a little too fast, right? Just kind of give yourself a little nip, a little tap. You know what I mean? Like your heel is a nice, it's like that's actually a strong part of your body for MMA, the heel. I'll send it to PSA. Nice. Mister keeps on repacking hits. Shake my head. Mister, you know you're getting old. I had something similar with the throwing up part. Yeah, poor Kara. She spent like 3 hours in agony And I just was sitting there like, fine. But anyway, so our theory is the Cook Unity food has poisoned us. I'm kind of scared to eat the rest of it. Do you think I should eat the rest of it, guys? Because it might not have to do anything with the fact that it was Indian cooking. You know, it might not have been the seasonings. Might have been that the food went bad. You know, they just ship it in a box and it's got like some like ice cubes around it, I guess. I don't know. I get so thirsty when I stream. It's so interesting. Like, I don't crave any water when I'm just laying in bed, but the moment I start running my mouth, I'm like, all right, give me a beer me. All right, what do we got? Ooh, it's Hercules. Please give me a rare card. Well, I mean, you didn't say bro, so bro. No, does it smell bad or look funny or taste funny? You know, she doesn't talk about that stuff. It's too uncivilized or something. We don't I don't share the particulars of my bowel movement with her. She doesn't talk about her throw-ups. Here's a cold one. Here's Togedemaru, but it's got this weird line in it. That's no good. Okay, Togedemaru. Cold. Cold. Ooh, this music sounds nice. Here's the perfume bottle. That's not perfume. That's like a torch. Is that the hit for the box? If so, this box sucks. Give it to the cat. Give what to the cat? Okay, set that there. Here's Diugang Diu. How do you do? I meant the food. Oh, give the food to the cat. Yeah, the cat would probably do fine with it. But I'm not sick right now, so I don't know. I had a bite of hers. I was just kind of waiting. I was like, okay, she probably got rotten chicken, and I took a bite of that rotten. It just takes one bite, really. You don't have to eat very much of it. She probably got rotten chicken. Actually, I ate another Food Unity meal. It was like some kind of fettuccine with chicken thigh. This time, it was so bad tasting. It was like, ugh, what am I eating? Wasn't that good at all. Cook Unities. Here are my feedback on Cook Unity. The little food trays are not enough food. They're just like a morsel. And then not only are they just a morsel, but they're usually really high calorie for the morsel that you do get. So I don't know if they're putting a lot of oil in it or a lot of cheese or something. I don't know what. But it'd be like a $900 or 900 calorie meal. And it's just like a couple bites. So, and then it usually tastes really good. Usually they got something going on with the seasonings that is like, you know, I'm getting a nice variety. I'm exploring new flavors, new things. Like the chicken I had for lunch was quite good. It was the mashed potatoes with the grilled chicken. That part was normal. But they had some kind of they had some kind of spaghetti sauce situation going on. It was like real dense in herbs and seasonings. It was like a dipping sauce sort of that went over the grilled chicken. I was like, hey, this is actually really good. It acted sort of like a gravy. And that one was surprisingly low calories. I was like, hey, I could be eating this more often. You know, so you kind of glean some ideas. Ho-ho! Another beetle! Can you read, dude? I'm asking about the food. I cannot read. No. Mister, I sent for Gem 2, but the note says Gem 3 on accident. I didn't know Gem 3 was here. Yes, ma'am. Gem 3 is here. You can swap over to Gem 3 if you want. How many Ren and Stimpy packs do you have? I think most of a full box. Yeah, I think it's the last box too. Okay, Joshua Whipple. So you got the beetle. Really, your big win is this freaking Zekrom. Damn, bro. That looks sweet. All right. Let's see. Look funny, taste funny. I meant the food smell bad. Smell bad. Yeah, factor meals are small too. Yeah, dude, factor meals. We tried those for a while. I can't decide which one is worse, Cook Unity or factor meals, but I want to say Cook Unity is because Karis actually got sick from Cook Unity. She never got sick from factor meals. So, you know, I don't want to she says she's never ordering them again. So this is probably the last round of it. I mean, why do you want to eat like a pre-made meal where you're playing shotgun with, gee, I wonder if this one's got poisonous meat in it. You know what I mean? Like you never want to have to wonder that. Did I say shotgun? I think my brain was thinking of roulette. All right, Joshua Whipple. Oh, excuse me. You know what? I was reaching up and I inhaled some of my drink because I was about to say something. Ooh, okay. So I just remembered. He said the Zekrom's going to PFA. HelloFresh is decent. Gem 3 has that fancy coupon. There we go. 6 says, nah, I'll stick to Gem 2. You got it, Miss 6. Anything you want. Joshua Whipple. A coupon? Yep, there's a coupon. Gem 3, you want to see it? It's $7 a pack, so I don't know how they compare to each other. Are they both 7? Oh, they actually show you odds on the back. Huh. That's interesting, because normal Pokemon packs don't have to do that. Tossing this in here. It's a legal thing in China. You must show the odds. Nice. Win China. We don't do that in America. That's why it's hard for me to explain how the breaks that I offer are actually a pretty serious offer compared to pulling cards out of PSA packs, which you can't really do that. Can't really compare them. Okay. There we go. Very nice. Now. Doob. Items received at the PSA vault. What? What is it talking about? Oh, these are all the cards that we sold. Is that right? Smoochum Ace of Clubs. Weird. Okay. Here's Mr. Zach. 8 of the OP13s. Mr. Zach. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you explain your breaks, it really is more competitive. Yes, and sometimes it helps to use AI to show the mathematics, but basically, it's extremely rare to have an event where you pull the chase card out of a booster pack, and you're paying a lot for those odds. So when you open up a regular Phantasmal Flames at $11 a pack, or maybe a little less, or maybe a little more, those odds of pulling the actual like golden Charizard or the actual, alternative art Charizard are terrible odds. So people just badly want that card, but they don't realize, just how much money they have to lose to pull one, on average. So the average pull rate is going to end up being like so many cases. And then once you pull them, that's actually the easy part, because now you got to spend money and have him grade. And a certain number of times, he's not going to grade 10. And a lot of people think maybe it's like 2 or 3 times you'll get a 10. It's actually, in my opinion, a much higher number than that. Because when people pull a bad Charizard, they never send him into PSA at all. They sell him on eBay. So when you get a Charizard and he's clearly like a 7 or an 8, why grade it? Just put it on eBay. And this means the numbers on PSA are skewed toward 10s, right? Meaning people who have a good-looking one send it into PSA. People who have a bad-looking one, they don't send it into PSA. So if only 100% of those Charizards got sent in, we'd see the true PSA 10 rate. And what you would discover is that it's an atrociously small rate. You got Sabo. Look at that Sabo. What is this creepy-ass music? 6, did you turn this music on? This is called Checking In by Lena Rain. Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, so the true PSA 10 rate is a part of the calculation. So how many packs do I need to open to pull the right chase card? So, chase card only comes out so many boxes. And then the loot table, You know, it's so big. It's got a lot of junky cards that nobody cares about pulling, but then it's got a couple of hits that people do care about pulling. And then once you pull them, your PSA 10 rate is much lower than you think. Like, I just finished going through these holographic cards that CSman traded with me, and none of them were 10 worthy, like none of them. And so I'm just thinking about that. I'm just thinking like, wow, this whole pile wasn't 10 worthy. How many 10s really get pulled per day of something like Phantasmal Flames Charizard across America? And even though there is a number, it might surprise you how small it is and how many packs had to be opened to find it. And so the real number to pull, the real cost to pull the Charizard, although it can be a bit complex to account for, like, for example, here's part of the complexity. Well, on your way to finding a Phantasmal Flames Charizard, you might pull something else that has some value. Okay, well, that can be graded and sold back to the market. So that gets graded. Sometimes that thing turns into a 10, not always. And then it gets sold back into the market to get some of your money back so that you can keep searching for the Phantasmal Flames Charizard. But that assumes that people actually have the time and patience to do that. So who's sitting down and grading every one of their gradable cards and getting them listed on eBay and profiting on them and getting good grades on them, blah, 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 blah. Who's actually doing that? A lot of people are not doing that. So then you just have my break. Nice and simple. 40 bucks, already graded 10. You just jump in. Yeah, your odds are not good. You know, like this guy, it's a good one. But yeah, your odds are 1 in 26. So you jump in 40 bucks, and now you got a shot at a real 10, and it's very easy. And it's like there's no fumbling around. The price of the grading's already paid for. It's baked into the cost of the odds. It's not bad. And I think we proved with math that it's ironically, it's better odds. It's actually better odds. So I'm offering a mathematically better break than sealed booster packs by Nintendo. Duh. All right, there we have it. Mr. Zachary Stacks, you pull one Sable this time. Here we are. And so this is why I'm all about cheerleading for those breaks, is because I just like to see you guys get some good stuff. Now, here's the fun part. I make the same amount of money. It doesn't matter what I sell. I could sell you a break or a booster pack. The money is the same. So this does not bring me a special profit. And the booster packs do not bring me a special profit. They're just about the same. So to me, it doesn't matter which one you do. I'm going to make money on it. But here's the big difference. There is no such thing as a booster pack for Staff Tyranitar. There is no such thing as a booster pack for Lucario Melmetal. So I'm able to sort of booster pack highs these cool collectibles and offer you great odds on those. And it's just, in my mind, it's just cool service. That's all it is. It's cool. It's beneficial. It's cool. Here's Joshua Whipple's awesome card. And you can always just go and do some booster packs if you prefer booster packs. You know, but I've actually thought about getting out of booster packs all the way and just doing slabs. You know, I've thought about that. I've thought about, okay, selling my last booster pack ever. And from now on, my whole job is to go find the top chase pull in every new set and get it up on the table strictly as a break. You know, so I've thought about that. All right. It's a legal thing in China. Hello. Hey, what's up, Zenoia? The Chinese will scam you on anything but Pokemon, I guess. Zong Wei. When you explain your breaks, it really is more competitive. Hey, what's up, Mr. Z? How much is tag grading? 30 bucks. 30 bucks. Tag grading, 30 bucks, guys. We middleman for tag. Hey, man, long time no see. Hope all is well. Any hits from EV3 yet? We got lots of EV3 and lots of room for hits. Uncle Mike says, what's your favorite part about competitive gaming online? I play Madden, which is football, and I love it when they rage quit. I played a lot of video games. I'm like a hardcore gamer. I describe myself as a guy who could play for like 8 to 12 hours a day or longer. And I just love the sort of mechanical feeling that my brain gets to do when I'm gaming. That's it. You know, like it's like a competency test every single time, and I enjoy getting better at it. So I enjoy the mechanical aspects of a game most of all. Stop waffling, says Rick. You got waffles? Make sure to change your prismatic price on the website, says CS Min. Thank you very much. I'll take a look into that. I think on the website it's probably $1 cheaper, isn't it? You know, that's going to get really confusing. Okay, prismatic. How do I even look that up these days? Page number 2. Yeah, Mike's side added all the cards in, but it's not, here it is. We're going to hit edit. I don't know if Prismatic's on the website yet either. Is Prismatic on the website? It could be. Okay, the price is now 13, and we're going to hit update. Do you ever come across diamond pearl mysterious treasures in Polish? No, I can't say I do. That's really specific. That really specific thing. Wow, the room is hot, man. This room's always too hot now that we run the heater. Can never get this room cold enough. Okay, that was just one product. What if I wanted to do another product? Okay. Let's hit all new product or all products again. So let me search products. Flames. Obsidian flames. Wait, like English? Oh yeah, okay. Good. Well, we're going to head back over to payments. Click. And then orders. There we go. Very nice. Was this yesterday? Holy cow, that's a big order. That was for the coin. Wow. That is a big order. All right, nice. So we just finished our friend, Mr. Zach. Thank you, Zach. And now we've got an order from our friend, Mr. Isaac Thomas, 10 Pokey Shuffles. You know the rules, guys. The new rule with the Pokey Shuffles, if you buy 10 of them, you're getting one of them for free. Oh. Okay. He even denied a guy boarding who had an expired bus pass until he paid the proper fare. So, weird story out of Canada. Apparently, a man took control of a city bus while the operator was on break, and he just continued on the route, making the regular stops. Really? Like he was clocked in for work? Oh my God, dude. 1, 2, 3. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. I'll remind you each time. It's page 5. Nice. Dude, this shirt's driving me nuts. The tag is scratching me. Okay, we've got Kecleon. Charmander. Yeah, a little Charmander, huh? Okay. Let's take a quick look at a Charmander. 001 Charmander. What is that going to be? That's 50. What the? Did you guys know this was in the Poke Shuffles? Look at this. One of these McDonald's Pikachus. Nice. I like the McDonald's Pikachus. I have a strong feeling when that item inevitably raises back up in price, there will be a frenzy to acquire one. That is a very good card, the Pikachu is, because as far as I can see, they have not reprinted it so far. That's what I was worried about, was a reprint. If they don't reprint it, it's underpriced. Isaac Thomas. Boop. Toss that away. Oh, yeah. Here we have a cute little Slowpoke. Here's a cute little squirrel. Here's a cute little Raikou. King of Diamonds. Let's see. Isaac says, woo. He even denied a guy boarding who had an expired bus pass until he paid the proper fare. That is strange. Hey, let me change my shirt real fast. I'm going to change into a silkier, nicer shirt with the tag that's not going to irritate me the whole night. So I'll be right back. This is a nice, clean, fresh shirt, but it's got an annoying tag on the back. Let's pull out some big slabs for Mr. CS Man to look at. CS Man was telling me he wants the good slabs and not the bad ones. Silly CS Man. All right, here we are, different shirt, comfortable. What do we have on this slab table? Let me move this out of the way. Ow. Boy, these are some lovely slabs. Boy, we just got all this great stuff. Let's move this over here. What's in here? What do we have? I think it's about time that we got some nice slabs, man. What do we got? What do we got? So this one's for sale. Ooh. This one's for sale. Oh. Did I write down what I paid for this thing? I want to see what I paid for this thing. Excuse me. Pikachu. 58. Scooby-Dooby-Dum. I paid 1.2 for that Pikachu. 1.2. Do. Okay, 1.2K. Maybe I should write down when I paid that for it as well. I mean, that's part of the fun, isn't it? So this was bought on 2022. No, that wasn't bought on 2022. That's a lie. In January of 2025. There it goes. 1.25. What the hell? So the chat's not updating for me. That's so dumb. There it goes. Oh, okay, so Pikachu. What's he go for today? What's this Pikachu go for today? Metal Pikachu. PSA 10 Ultra Premium Celebrations Pikachu. Scooby-Dooby Buns. Oh my God. Cheapest one, $8,000. Let me check sold though. Last sold in September for $4,500. So it has not sold at these ridiculous prices, but it has sold at $4,500. So I purchased for $1,200 because I believed he was going to be underpriced. Cheapest buy it now is now about $8,000. Last sold $4,400. And look, I'm not, see, I wouldn't mislead you guys about what I paid. See, pretty good. Hey, how about that? I mean, even if the market fell on Pokemon, it would have to fall pretty far for me to go negative on that. That's pretty damn good. Now, let's see. How much to grade with PSA? Oh, weird. Is that an old? Oh, that's an old comment. That's what's going on. There we go. So, Dark Magneton. Bought him a long time ago for 4.6. Here's an interesting one. The Cubone from Team Wacket. Ooh, I could sell that if I wanted. Oh, yeah. So we got this Dialga and this Palkia. Those are pretty amazing. You know, somebody warned me to buy this. I bought it for $600 back in 2023. Somebody brought it to my attention and say, you know, I think that Dialga is pretty good. That's what they said. And they showed me a link of it. I didn't know at the time what a good purchase it was going to be. But yeah, it was a pretty good purchase. That Dialga, the cheapest one for sale, is now $18,000. What? How's that possible? But there's no last sold information on him. So, I mean, okay, so there's one for $18,000. That doesn't make him $18,000. But I got it for $600. If he sold for like $4,000, that's a ridiculous flip. PDX, what's up, baby? Look at this Vivid Voltage Charizard. I actually bought this really recently. Here's another Dark Magneton. I said one wasn't enough. I bought this for $2,400 from somebody in the audience. He sold it to me, and I told him, you know, I'm not sure what the price is going to do for now. I told him, in fact, that I might have overpaid for it in the short term. But I told the guy back then, I said in the long term, that this Charizard's going to be ridiculous. That's why I told him. So let's look this one up. I'm curious a little bit about it. How's it doing? Ultra Premium Celebrations Charizard. So the PSA 10 version of the card, cheapest one, $20,000. That's the cheapest buy now on this card. PSA 10, $20,000. Last sold October 22nd for less than 4.5 though. All right, so he doesn't sell for $20,000. He sells way cheaper than $20,000. But let me check CGC as well, because we actually have a CGC Pristine 10. Let's see. No information on the CGC Pristine 10. Let me check sold. No information on the CGC 10. All right, so there you have it. I don't know. I don't even know what the population is on this, but I've got a Pristine 10 of one of these. There it is. Pretty neat. Back then, I felt like I was picking up an important item. Here's one of these Gym Leaders Yellowback Poker cards. Weirdly cheap still. Okay, I think that has a chance to go up. Here's one of these Zukon cards. Weird, I don't know. Specialty card, right? Whoa! Shining Raichu. Oh my God, he was for sale for like $8K, and I was like, man, I don't want to sell my Shining Raichu First Edition. Here he is, Shining Raichu First Edition. The cheapest one is now $12.5. What? How'd it get so expensive? Last sold for $6,000 in September. So again, we're seeing a big mismatch between the ones for sale and the ones. Ooh, Psyduck. That's cool. This one says cross grade into a BGS. I don't know. I might not bother. Pikachu Classic Collection. Apparently, he was for sale for $80. What is he going for today? PSA 10 Classic Collection. Pikachu, Japanese. Cheapest buy now on this bad boy. 130 plus $10 shipping in Canada. If you want one in the US, the cheapest one in the US is... Dang, is even one of these in the US? None of them are in the United States. No, wait, this one is. It's got Pikachu and Raichu for 240. Wow, so cheapest one. So this has gone way up, just like I thought it would. This is a modern card, and I'm like, it's still really good. Look at this one. I think I bought this one real recently. This is Umbreon. Bought it $925, $1,900. Cool. Here's my last two Karen's Umbreons. Like a fool, I sold my other 4 of them. I used to have 6 of these guys. Why did I sell them? Because I'm dumb. This is called Versus Umbreon. Okay, let's look it up. I'm curious, what does the Versus Umbreon look like today? Shipping lowest. Let's swap to highest because they'll be in the high price. There we go. Okay, the cheapest one. Cheapest buy it now on this card's like 6.4 thousand located in France. And then in the US is 6.6 thousand. Wow, all I had to do was hold it. Cheapest one, 6.6 thousand. It, of course, was going to go to the moon. It's Umbreon. Here's some other nice Umbreons. Whoa! Sky Ridge and Aquapolis Umbreon. And I was paying top dollar for it. 4.5 thousand in 2022 was a crap load of money. This was 2.7 in 2022. They're purchased pretty close to each other. I was like, I better get them. I better just get them. You know, I was like, I don't know. Sky Ridge, Sky Dirge, Umbreon. Okay, so the cheapest Sky Ridge. This is just a bit of fun, by the way. Just checking in on some cards. Cheapest Umbreon's in the UK for Sky Ridge. And they want $20,000 for it. I don't know if it's worth $20,000. No one's buying it at $20,000. Come on. But it does look like on November 2nd, this card sold for $18,000. So maybe it is worth $20,000. This sold for $18,000 on November 2nd in the United States. I got mine for just 4.5. That's pretty good. All right. And then also, let's test out one more Aquapolis Umbreon. Aquapolis. Quality Polis. Ah, yes, Quality Polis. So the cheapest Aquapolis Hollow in the United States, $16,000. $16,000. Still cheaper than the Sky Ridge one. Highest price last sold was in October, marked down from $13,000. So the Umbreons are serious business. Then I got this bad boy. He's only popped 25. He's a truly rare Umbreon. And I remember fighting with the guy online over his value. Sandstorm Umbreon. He's from the Sandstorm collection, and you can only get him as a reverse hollow. There's one online for $4,000. That's so funny. That's why I was asking that guy. And he's like, that's way too high. And I was like, no, it's not. Last sold on September for $3,000. He was trying to buy it from me for $500. Isn't that funny? He's like, it's worth $500, bro. It's worth $500. Don't fight with me. Here's an Umbreon Darkrai. Oh, so what is this? My Umbreon box? I guess this is my Umbreon box. What is Umbreon Darkrai doing? Umbreon Darkrai. Hey, what's up, Joshua? We're just showing off some stuff for fun, guys. The top sale price for this item on Feebay, $3,000 in August. In November, it went for $2,800. Wow, $2,800. I paid $1,000 for it in January. Wow, almost triple now. And then do I have 2 of these? No, but I got 1 of each. I paid like $4,000 for this thing, didn't I? Let me see. So on the left, you see the prismatic. That's the one you guys could pull tonight. You could pull that. We've got prismatic. I'd love to see it. So this is 161. Let's do a search for that. There it is. So for this Umbreon right here, I paid 2.6 thousand for that. 2.6 thousand. Now, I think that he got reprinted a lot. 2650. Purchased. When did I purchase this? In June. So what is that, like 5 or 6, I think? I think it's 625. So there it is. And this guy I purchased for 3,100. The Umbreon. Let's check these now real fast. And then we'll go back to having fun with each other. We got Umbreon. I just wanted to see, guys. Umbreon Prismatic. So this Umbreon Prismatic is the top dog. The cheapest one that you can buy right now is... He's not that crazy. His price, I think his price is coming down a little bit. There's probably tons of them getting graded, to be honest. Cheapest one, 3.8 thousand. 3.8 on this guy. And then this guy, I'm very curious how Evolving Skies one is holding up. You got to imagine Evolving Skies is losing some steam because it's like $75 a pack to open that stuff. Who's opening it then? Like billionaires? Somebody's still opening it, but it's got to be rich people and nothing but rich people. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey, what's up, Eddie Shelton? Thanks for coming in, guys. Smash that like button for me. So the cheapest Umbreon that you can buy right now. Oh, that's Korean. I wasn't even paying attention. So he's not doing well. This guy's like $3,000. So he is stuck around 3,000. You know, there's all these other great cards coming out. Let's see, ended recently. He went for fourth. Oh, that's the Japanese one. 3,300 in Canada. In the United States, 3,350. So 3,350 in the U.S., but I think we found one as cheap as 3,000. Pretty interesting. So this one's not making me any money. He's just sitting there. But I do want to own one, so I don't want to sell it. Pretty cool. Those are modern Umbreons. These are vintage Umbreons. I think this was like my Umbreon box, actually. Here it is. And then all these things got shoved into my Umbreon box. I don't know how that I don't know how that happened. Pikachu, Charizard. Cool stuff. What'd you guys think of that? Was that fun? Let's get back to the orders. I hope you guys sent an order in. I want to say something. You guys helped me build this collection. I want to thank all you guys for your orders. I come here to provide a fun little service and to host breaks and to make sure you guys get a chance to pull some hot items. And all of it's done really well. And talk about stuff if you like talking. But also to cheerlead for the hobby. So I kind of get people riled up for Pokemon. So if you're a longtime hodler like I am, I'm doing an important job. But then also, you know, when I get paid, you know what I like to do with that money? I like to go buy Pokemon cards. So I quite literally just take the earnings I make here and do the thing I'm so passionate about. All right. Cool. I didn't see any ones I wanted to sell there, by the way. Darn. I need to get into some expensive Pokemon cards and get them up for sale. I sent for tag grading. I want a matching slab for my Zekrom. Here you go. So this shall go to tag. Boop. Hey, my friend Pujit said he had a card here I could have. Oh, let me go get it. Look at these cute little guys. Ah, these are adorable. Old-made cards. Hard to imagine, but one day this could be a $60 card, and that's a 50% gain. So when a card's really cheap like that, it's got nowhere to go but up. Here's the drill card. Oh, we're not going to drill it anymore, though, because we're not making fun of Rockstar Mahi. We were just teasing him a little bit, weren't we? Dang it, yeah, I would love to slab away some nice, expensive cards. You guys did slab a lot of them away. I still have some for sale under the table. I had to take pictures of them. Excuse me. In the Expensive Slabs channel. Okay, that's good now. Back to 35. All right, this is a good one. This is a quality card. Over like 5 years, this could shoot up to 500. You don't know. But this is like a hit, okay? And it only costs 120 right now instead of costing 20,000. So, you know, the whole trick to my collection, that you saw my nice collection, the whole trick to it was I didn't buy it when it was expensive. I bought it when it was affordable. You know, relatively affordable. But yeah, I bought it when it was cheap. Very important. You should do the same thing. Here's an order from our good friend Javier, who's been waiting. I'm so sorry, Javier. Did I keep you waiting? What's up, Mr. 3 Gem 3s, 1 Prismatic Evolutions. Gem 3s. 3 Gem 3s. Do I just have some behind me? They are. Did you get my order? I stepped away for a minute. I've been yapping, Miss Six. I'm sorry. Actually, I was showing off some cool slabs, sleeves. So you're still going to get to see your order live. Here we go. No, he's been talking and flexing. I guess that was like an Umbreon box, but I didn't know it. I think what happens is I have like a designated box, and then I just get these slabs that need to go somewhere, and I just start cramming them. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mister, do you offer a 50-year mortgage on your slabaways? I could. Permanent rent to own. I talked to AI about those concepts, by the way, for my slabs. And the AI said maybe what I could do is offer like a 2 or 3 year slab away. But the difference is that the price of the slab adjusts. So in other words, I can't have you putting some card 3 years ago in a slab away for like $100, and then 3 years later it's like a $600 card, and you never paid it off, and I've missed out now on the appreciation of that slab. I can't have that. But if I was allowed to upgrade the price every time it goes up in value, then that would work. You ready? So that we keep track of what percentage of the slab you've paid off, so that you still build equity in it if it did go up in price, right? So, you know, we would say, okay, he's paid off 2%, 3%, 4% of the slab. And then when the price jumps, after a certain time period, we adjust that. 1 prismatic. And so you could have it be like a 2 or 3 year slab away, which really is kind of a trust in my help too, if you think about it. Gosh, I hope TCC doesn't die of heart attack. Set that there. But, you know, so 2 or 3 years later, you know, you've built equity in the slab, but maybe the slab price has moved up because the cost of the slab has moved up. Same like if the slab moves down, maybe we adjust it. So it gets cheaper too. So that's a different style of slab away. What do you guys think of that? Snip of this. Okay. It's an adjustable rate mortgage. 50 more bucks to go. Price jumps 3,000. That could be a blessing in disguise if you only have $50 left to go. That means you make it sound like you had a lot of equity in the card, meaning that you'd already paid off most of the card. And so if it triples, you're like, oh yeah, baby. Because all that equity you had in the card triples with it. Okay. That's the only way I can imagine allowing like a long-term slab away. It's the only way I could imagine it. It would only work. It would only work if we could adjust the value of the slab, you know, because otherwise slab away becomes this perfect method of testing the market. You put a card in slab away, and if it goes down, TCC's problem. If it goes up, your gains. You know, so that's a really tricky problem. Okay, I bet your financial institutions already know all this. You know, they already understand these ideas. Pretty sure people have tried this with Black Lotus cards. Well, mister, let me send some cards for grading. Yep, we do that. If you'd like to mail some cards in, we do that. Miles Morales. Oh, right, we got tag slabs to price still. Blue Bezor. And Tufa. It's Tufa. Mister needs a contingency plan for an untimely death. So if I die, Karis is expected to basically pay out all your slabs, to like ship them all out, all your stuff. I told her how it's done. I don't know how good she's going to be at it, but she's going to work on it. And so that's the contingency plan for if I, you know, die in a car crash. Now, you guys are in a lot of trouble if Karis and I die in a car crash. So if we're in a car together and die suddenly as a couple, I don't know, you're out of cards. Maybe you can ask for PayPal for your money back. But that won't work for everybody. That'll work for maybe people who are just placed an order. You might have to drive over here. All right, so let's see. What do we got? Joshua Whipple, Zekrom to tag. I already got a PSA 1. Joshua, you got $10 left over. $10. Tag grading's only $30. What if she's so sad she can't even look at the Pokemon cards? Yeah, she'd be sad. She'd be pretty sad. They are. I'd be in hell saying, get their cards shipped out. You can mourn later. Here's Miss 6. She wants 6 of the Gem 2s. 6. All right, you got it. I'll be her online bestie. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We need a plan C. Who's nearby? Yeah. There we go. I guess there is no plan C. There is no backup plan. If Karis and I died in a big car crash, I don't know what happens. I don't think it'll matter because I won't be here. Yeah, I wish I should write a will at this point. I think I own enough stuff that I should probably have a will. I'm giving all my stuff to 6. We are. Sleep. All right. I'm giving all my stuff to my nephew. You had a rich uncle and he died in a car crash. He just bestowed upon you $4 million of Pokemon cards. What? Some crazy crap like that. Like from a TV show. Here we go. Ooh. Not me? Oh my, mister. Oh, please. There's like 20 people I could say that. I bequeath my entire card collection upon Tammy's person. Here's ooh, look at this, Sylveon. Stop. Put in your will. Your YouTube community gets it all, especially Z Nebby. Oh yeah. What if I took in an untimely death? What if I made it so that there's a big giveaway hosted where it's like there's 1,000 spots or some crazy number like that, and one person gets every single card of the entire collection? Wouldn't that be wild? No, the reason we can't have that, though, is because somebody will track me down and kill me. Quick, if we can kill this guy, we'll get his collection. No, so we can't have that. There we go. Just like Karis is not allowed to pull out a large life insurance policy out on me. All right, Miss 6. I've watched too many murder, real, what are they called? They're called real true crimes. I've watched too many true crimes. No life insurance. No, sir. Not on me. I don't need to be murdered by my girlfriend. That would be epic. You're not dying any time soon. You guys ever watch those? Like this, the wife will pull out some giant life insurance policy on her husband. And he's just like some, like Homer Simpson, like, do. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh, you just must want to insure me. Okay. She's like planning his death in the meantime. She's like, yeah, that mother effer's dying, dude. He's dead. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's for Pikachu. In he goes. This is the Poke Shuffles, very popular, old maid Pikachu. 2019. It's a 10. Okay. Very nice. Not me. Oh my. Oh, dude, I love true crime, and yeah, financial murder is super damn common. I watched one where this lady pulls out a huge life insurance on her husband because she's dating the husband's best friend behind his back, right? So she's shaboinking his friend, and his friend's a backstabbing son of a... And so this guy's shaboinking this other guy's wife. She pulls out this big life insurance, and then she kills him. She gets him in a boat, and she kills him. And I'm like, I've got boats. I really missed the bird today. I don't know what happened. Missed the bird. Are you from India? We got you, brother. Bro. I used to have chest pain, and I was scared I would unexpectedly die someday, and I didn't want my assets to just sit there. So I decided to contact someone, and yeah. I never owned any TCG cards. Leave your slowpokes to me. If you get an estate lawyer and put in your final will that the cards must ship out, they'd have to do it. Really? I'd like to see that then. All right. That sounds like an important business thing to work on. Business. So Thank you for letting me know about that. How about we get some high-class cards up here? We got a couple high-class cards to show off today. All right, so these are Magic the Gathering 10s. Pretty hard to get over here. Now, honestly, I wish I could just put these on auction on eBay because we got these graded so fast. We got Arachnogenesis. We got Secret Identity, and it's got a little puff of whatever the hell that is on it. I hate that. Get that out of there. Okay. Secret Identity. We got Amazing Acrobat. Does anyone know how to price these? I feel like these badly need to be listed on eBay. Wonder if I could send these into the PSA vault and then get them listed from there. That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Stop playing with me, says Anzaf. Don't you talk to me that way, Anzaf. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. All right, 10 Arachnogenesis. That's a big word. So here's the Arachnogenesis borderless card for $100 plus $20 shipping. There are no grades of it. Wow. So then what do I do about this? Oh, I'm incorrect. Incorrect. There is one sold. I shall now show you. It sold 2 days ago for $160. Ta-da. So now we have a price. That gentleman shall be $160. Perfect. Now, let's look up Secret Identity. Secret Identity Spider-Man. And it looks like the blank version of the card sold for maybe about 18 bucks. So he's not a terribly expensive card. There are none graded. I make up the price on that one. So that one's going to be my own made-up price. Now we've got something called Amazing Acrobatics. It's a common card. Okay, looks like we're making up the price on Amazing Acrobatics. Well, that is super cool. Arachnogenesis, $160. We know that's the price because that is a last sold price. My thoughts, that's pretty cheap. That's not bad at all. If you're a Magic collector, investing in Magic 10s, or if you're a Spider-Man collector and you want this interesting Magic crossover set, this is not a bad one. Let's get this guy priced. So I don't know about this guy. He comes in at the end of the collector booster box. Look, it's an art series. And it's got a nice 10, huh? So I don't think he should be as expensive as this thing. But we're going to come in at about $60. He is a 10. And then we've got Amazing... Oh, I need to sleeve this one as well. Amazing Acrobatics. So this is like a Gwen Spider-Man card. And she's just like flipping through the air or some cool thing. And I think I probably noted that it looked like it was pretty clean, like it would have a shot at a 10. That's probably why it got sent in. Here it is. I think we are probably going to ask for about 60 on this one. Okay. Very rare, unusual cards on the table tonight. Some beautiful Spooderman cards. Do what? Trying to troll me. I'm here for the bathwater giveaway. Am I too early? No, we were just all kissing, and now we're going to get to the bathing area. All right. We're not playing in Zeph. Shh. Don't tell him. God. Somebody's going to give it away. Steven Gonzalez is here. Thank you, Steven. He's been waiting a little while. 1 pack of OP13 and 10 on slab away. Steven Gonzalez, I'm sorry, man. We didn't forget you. Steven Gonzalez, 10 on slab away. That's Steven Gonzalez. All right. Too late. I already won the bathwater. This is going to go down to 110. Boom. All right. That's updated. And now let's see what's inside of this pack. Snip that. Quiet. What do we got? Here's guy with a nice belly button. Some hollows, just some plain hollows this time. Enzaf, too smart. Okay, there we go. Nice. Wow, it's only 6 p.m. and I'm so tired. How's this even possible? You're just a sleepy, sleepy boy. I'm sleepy. Wait. What is this? Somebody's bag is just a blank bag. Whose bag is this? This is Steven Gonzalez's bag. Who else's bag could it be? I mean, I don't know any ST guys. Look, there's Stephen Leon, Stephen Every. This has got to be yours. This is already yours? This has got to be his. This is basically expired. I mean, this box is almost empty. You're like one of the only guys. It's almost 4 a.m. and I'm not tired. Send help. 6! Ah, man. You're chronically online, 6. Tell us what you do for a fun night, 6. Here you are. Steven Gonzalez. 11.25. There we go. Okay. What's your favorite romance novel? Here's Luso. Here's Space Penguin. Okay. Okay. Tossing this away. Here's Pikachu, but it's the other type of Pikachu. Ah. Here's Chandelure. Here's Steelix. Wow, that's beautiful. In he goes. 6, I used to be like you. Now I'm cookies. You're cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 10 of those. Boop. Here's number 050R Steelix. 10. There you go. I hang out with friends and play games. What? Hey, what's up, Louis Sutton? That's amazing. There it is. Good. I'm more of a wine, rose petals, little bit of scented fragrance in the bathtub, kick back and read my favorite romance novel. Here's Hayden Martinez. Hey, what's up, Hayden? Hell yeah, dude. Not the 6-7. What up, Louis? No. Okay. So that's done. We are dunny-wunny on that. And now we have an order. Let me check the website for an order. What about giveaways? Who can tell me about this giveaway? Who wants on this, by the way? Who wants on this giveaway? Hey, wait, didn't CS Men help me with the website? When you guys help me out with something, I'm going to start putting you on little slabaways as a... giveaways, not slabaways. What am I saying? When you help me out with this thing that I was going to screw up, I'm going to start putting you on the giveaways automatically as like a little thank you. RC Us, I would love to be given away. Well, somewhere out there, there's a man looking for a wife, and your family can give you away to him. Here's Aonis Watrell. Mem, me, meh. What? Let me grab this. I'm so sorry for being late tonight, by the way, guys. We started the stream pretty late. I didn't mean to be pretty late. We're going to head right over here to the 9s and Lower channel and take a picture of these. That chandelier is $10. Okay. I need to go to Korea. Okay. Daniel Larson Prison. What? That's that one guy who's kind of like that Joshua. What's his name? I don't remember his name. Who's that crazy guy on? Put this here. Joshua Block. There we go. Joshua Block. By the way, I put this on the table. Is this actually running? Oh, the giveaway's not even set up. Let me set the giveaway up. Late. Haha, this is normal. Right at this point. So, 5 spots remain on this impressive giveaway, and it's now set up. 100K is the keyword. Joshua Block is my friend. Yeah, of course he is. How's that Mr. God, dude, what's his name? What's the name of that weird guy that Joshua Block used to hang out with? It's not Mr. Beast. Mr. Based? How's Mr. Based doing? All right, who do we got here? Boop. Bear in the Woods. You're in, Mr. Bear. The Bear in the Woods, number 16, Bear in the, number 17. Doobie-doo, doobie-doobie-doo, boopie-doo, doo-doo, doobie-doo. Mr. Based is also my friend. Yeah, how's Mr. Based doing? 18, 19, 20. There we go. You know, it's funny. Joshua Block spends time out here in Lake of the Ozarks. Isn't that funny as hell? Did I tell you guys, Lake of the Ozarks getting a casino after all? I was really upset last November when they voted no on a state-run casino, not a state-run casino, but on a gaming commission casino. And they said no. The voters said no. I couldn't believe it. But it doesn't matter because the Osage tribe, the Indian tribe, they can just open one if they feel like it. They don't need permission from the state. Apparently it works that way for them. They need like federal permission, and they're going to get it. And so they run the casinos in like Oklahoma. I've driven past those. They're really cool looking. And they want to open a smaller one out here in Lake of the Ozarks, and they already bought land to do it. And they just got permission from like the aldermans or the governor or something like that to do it. So they're jumping through all the hoops, and it's looking like it's definitely going to happen at this point. Like they need very little now to begin their project. And so the guys who wanted to build a regular, like a regular non-Indian casino, they're going to try again to get a casino on the ballot this next November. And apparently that costs like millions of dollars to do that. But they figure since we're going to get a casino either way, that they must try again because people might not care. They'll be like, we're getting one anyways. Indian land is sovereign for them. The Cherokee did it in North Carolina. Exactly. So they don't need approval. They just need the governor to say, okay, you can do it. And he's saying yes. So he's saying, yeah, you can do it. They got a lucrative tax deal. Well, and it's not really taxes, but it's just sort of like, we're going to give you some of the profits. So it's sort of like taxes, but technically it's not. They're going to pay the city a bunch of money to let them build. Christine, 3 junk packs, please, and thank you. Okay, junkie packs, which we are running a little bit low on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Indian land is sovereign. Whenever I see an Indian, I hold my gift cards near and dear and do not redeem. Different kind of Indian. We're talking about American, Native American. They were called Indians because initially they thought they had found India. They're like, this is India. So they called them Indians. But they were, in fact, Native Americans. The Shawnee, the Comanche, the Cherokee. We are. They were just chill dudes. Definitely not vicious warriors. Here's, ooh, look at this. Oh, you got the girl with the gun. That's so nice. I go at least once a week for Texas Hold'em. Nice. Cool, man. All right. They both brown dough. They are brown. There it is. Here's a nice Vulpix. It's the same thing. Oh, yeah. We got, oh, okay. And then one more pack for you. You ready? You should record Joshua Block and ask him to put the fries in the bag. Oh, man, if I could find out where he had gone. Like, I knew where he was when he was posting, but I didn't want to try to chase him down because, A, I've got better things to do. How's this even considered junk? This is Ace of Spades Mewtwo. The frick? I think I do that on purpose. Here's my thoughts on the junk packs. I think when I'm building them, I'm aware that Mewtwo is worth more than $3. But I think I put them in there anyways because there should be like a hot junk pack, right? I think that's what happened, what you just witnessed. Now, that's not a Mewtwo in good condition. That Mewtwo's not in good condition. But he's definitely worth the $3 you just put in. It is. All right. Let's see. No one is considered to some red. Okay, I don't know what that means. Christine. I'm part Cherokee. There it is. I think I was told someone in my family does have some Indian in them. Some Native American. Like Cherokee, actually, specifically. So somebody was like a family member named, what was it, like Elizabeth Warren or something? I'm an Indian. I'm Native American. She used that to get through college. That's nuts, dude. She basically did fraud. She used money that was reserved for people that were actually underprivileged minorities. She claimed to be one of them, and it worked for her. And so she got free money. God, dude. and she's still in power. People just love her. I don't know. They're just like, she's our girl. Love her. I'm brown, Jewish, and trans. Oh, well, no one can kick you off the internet. My old NCO father used to be a chief. They split the Loney from 5 casinos between like 200 people in their tribe. The Loney. The money? Nice, dude. That's cool. Who's this? This is Christian Gomez. And what's this? Christian Gomez. All right. I think it's time for Christian Gomez to be expired. No, he's got one more month left. That says 12/24 on it. He just got a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of sports. Ugh. Where do I put something like this? It needs to go into like a holding area. If they've been gone for, 11 months, they're going to be gone for 12 months. They almost never show up at the very last second to get their stuff. It's extremely rare. I'm going to put it way back here. Way back over here. Just to get it out of that box so Christine can have more room to herself. When Trump dared her to get a genetic test, Warren was like 196th Indian. Yeah, she's about as Indian as I am black. So, yeah, that was crazy, dude. And then she, like, showed it off like, see, I told you. Oh, my God, dude. All right. Let's see. That's like when the genetic test says I'm, like, 2% Norwegian or something. I told you guys. Told you I was from Norway. All right. The test proves that you're not. 6 says 4, gem 2s. What? You got it, Miss 6. 4 of these. Dang, Mr.'s black only where it counts. All right. Grabbing this. All right. Is it a gemerald that I'm trans invalid? Xur o algo. What? All right. Very nice. Tossing this up here. No one even called her out. Oh, they sure did. Yes, they did. I think like an actual head of the Cherokee tribe or something came out and said, we don't claim this lady. Didn't he? Some guy came out and said, we disavow her or some crap like that. He said that publicly in a letter. He's like, she is not one of us. Here's, whoa, Espion. I said the same thing about my dad. If he's been gone 11 months, he'll be gone 12 more. There you go. He'll be gone 1 more. Okay, yes, he did, says Jared. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was pretty ballsy, man. Is it delusion or is it just bad politics? I don't know. But what I do know is she's still in power. She's still in power. Didn't affect her one bit. So, weird. They must like her for who she is. All right. You'd think that something like that would make it so you can't win anymore, but no. Okay. People are like, we love it. Lied on your college forms to get money set aside for people who aren't white and massively privileged like you. Oh, it's fine. We don't care. All right. Do I sound slightly salty? I am slightly salty. I'm always a little bit salty. Let's go ahead and toss this over here. I should have done that, huh? I should have put on my college tuition that I was like, I don't know, Filipino or something. I don't think they had that option. I think they had like Asian. The Asians, they don't get help anymore, do they? They were being mean to Asians. That's why the Supreme Court ruled on what was the name of that program? It was called I can't remember the name of the program. It was a program that gave people who were underprivileged a better chance at getting into college. And the Asians were suing because they're saying, hey, this is actually used to discriminate against us from getting in. Something like, I can't remember. It was like reform or affirmation. What was it called? There we go. I can say that my wife's boyfriend is black. There we go. Wow. You're very progressive, Daniel. I like that. I like that about you, Daniel. Javier Arroyo, 3 gem 3s. 3 gem 3s. Massive genealogy database to know who is truly descended. You know who didn't have a descended testicle? Apparently, Hitler didn't have a properly descended testicle. That was in the news today. Did you guys hear about that? They were able to like DNA sequence that guy and found out he was suffering from some kind of genetic disorder where his genitals might not have fully developed. And I was like, that's crazy. I was like, they're just beating up on this guy 100 years later. That's what I was thinking, right? Because he's the bad guy. But then I thought about it. I was like, you never see this guy with children. He never has children, even though he's getting older, right? Even though he's at war, he never has kids, unless they were secret kids, but you don't know. So I was like, that could have been a thing. He could have actually not been fertile at all. He might have had something not working down there. Ooh, look at that. Anyone remember Rachel Dolezal? Oh yeah, she was the white lady who thought she wanted. She was like she was head of a black organization called something something something. I don't remember. Oh, Affirmative Action. Thank you, Jared. And she was the head of the UNCC or something like. I don't remember the name of it. And it was a black organization. And she looked black-ish. And it turned out she was fully white Dutch or something like that. But she had just gotten really good at copying the mannerisms and the dressing style. And she like tanned her skin really dark. So everyone kind of mistook her as being black. She like braided her hair. It was like the ultimate appropriation. And that was like a news story for like, I swear to God, I had to listen to that for like 6 months. Yeah, that was a crazy one. I saw that they said he had Kallman syndrome. Yeah, that might have been it. But so apparently, he might not have had the right junk. Imagine this dude is just some guy with a bad wiener, right? Like his wiener's not a good one. He's not laying pipe. And so he's just got a bad wiener. And he wants to go to art school. He just wants to go draw. He's just some kind of shy, nerdy dude, right? Or something like that, right? He's some kind of nerd with the bad wiener. And he gets kicked out of art school, and that's it for him. He's like, all right, somebody's going to pay for this. And that's why we get World War II? Are you serious? Man, I don't know about that. That's crazy. If that's true, right? If this guy's compensating for something, if he's endlessly bitter, if he's not happy with himself, if he's not getting any or something like that. I mean, it would explain a lot. If a guy never, ever, ever has sex, I do think the moment you start getting sex, your personality does change a little bit. But if you're a guy who never, ever, ever has it, that would have made him an incel to a certain degree, right? Like he had a wife, but I don't know. What did they actually do? I don't know what they did. I don't know. It makes me curious. I'm very curious. Metagross. I'm H-curious. Have you heard of Argentina has declassified info on Mustache Man lived there after the world to the... Yeah, that's one of those conspiracies that he actually snuck off to Argentina. He didn't die in his bunker. I've heard that. It holds some, there is some possibility to it, right? Like even the Russian leader, Stalin, was like, are you sure he's dead? He didn't believe it. He's like, we need to search for this guy. Joshua Whipple, 1 Inferno, 1 Electric Breaker with the credit. All right, 1 Inferno and 1 Electric Breaker. There it is. The Russians literally had his body, and so many Russian soldiers wrote about seeing him dead as they went through the bunker. There it is. You never know. It could have been a decoy. It could have been a fake. He could have snuck away. Who knows? I generally don't buy into conspiracy. Personally, to me, it doesn't matter because it's been like 100 years. He's dead. His movement didn't come back. He's not the head of anything. So whether he snuck off or whether he died in a bunker, he's gone. It's over. Here it is. One of the reasons why I'm ready to move past the war, like people are so obsessed with it 100 years later. There's too much obsession. Greg K, he should have just drove a big truck. The Russians had his body. He drove a big tank. The reason you don't see Vladimir with women is the same reason you didn't see Adolf with them. They wanted it to seem like they were married to the country. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. I actually do not know. It's just an interesting story, ultimately. Is married to the country because they got a bad weenie. All right. I'm climbing up here. Aha. It's an interesting thing. Like, Macron, he has no children. That's the French guy, right? He married a woman who's like 25 years older than him. And then he proceeded to have 0 children. I don't know. That's so weird. And then the leader of Germany, who began the mass immigration into Europe, Merkel, she had no children. So it's a very fascinating thing. There's this thing where seems like a lot of politicians rise into power and have no children. We have that on our side, like Lindsey Graham. He has no children. Very interesting. Maybe when you have no children, you just get super over-involved in your community or something. There we go. Oh, ha, the Metagross is a nice one. All right. We are friends. The reason you don't see Vladimir, he drove a big tank. All right, let's take a quick picture. Picture time. Medication time. Medication time. Click. That's Pikachu with the P, Slowpoke with an S. Look at Discord. What I sent, says Alex. Okay, let's see. Oh, Alex just sharing a pretty funny picture of people lining up for the release of Phantasmal Flames. They got their chairs out. Excuse me, they got like a TV with video games set up. Why not? You're going to sit there for a while. Old Vlad has 2 known daughters. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. I think his whole war in Ukraine has been a total failure for him. We are. It's stretched on multiple years now. They've not taken all the land they wanted to take. And meanwhile, Ukraine's getting, backed by all these other countries. So what are they going to do? Use nukes? Christine, that was a sweet Mewtwo. Thank you so much. Can I get 3 more? And thank you. 3 more. Yes, you can. Let's get it. Okay. We got 1, 2. Oh, that's empty. 3. So there's only 1, 2, 3 junk packs left. So junk packs are almost gone. All right. Oh, dude, it has been. You got the phantasmal stuff. Married a woman, huh? Hey, what's up, man? Looked at Discord, Mr. I sent DM. Oh, Vladimir. Let's see. Okay. Maybe Vlad and Z are looking like those best friends that share an apartment forever. Ready? Xi Jinping. We got White Fang. Fear in. Girls with guns. Okay, that's a pretty junky pack. You do get that box topper, so you get a box topper in that one. Probably worth $3. And this one, you get the secret rare Iona. See, this is the Iona that a lot of people never pull, see? That's the secret rare Iona. Did you guys know about that Iona? Here's a little Luke Skywalker. Here's a Clefairy Poker. Very nice. You got a little Huggin' Molly. Okay, doing some Molly here. And last pack. What do we got? What do we got? Ukraine's biggest issue is they are massively undermanned. It is. We've got Demon God Shroom, Princess Sarah. This girl, and she looks all cute as hell. Here's Little Mermaid. Ash Blossom. Not Marnie, too. Here's Chupacabra. All right, those are all yours now. Ta-da. Ukraine and Russia should stop fighting because it's wrong or something. Yeah. What about the U.S.? Is the U.S. ever going to take Greenland by force? Come on, man. Come on, I want a Greenland. I still don't understand. How does Denmark get to have Greenland? Like, I guess it's because of a piece of paper that says it's ours. And then everyone just has to respect that. Like, dude, we could take Greenland in 2 seconds. We could just take it. We don't have to, right? Greenland. Yeah, we're controlled by a tiny little country all the way over there. It's not even one of the big countries in Europe. And we just belong to them, and that's it. Well, we want to use the land. You can't. We belong to Denmark. Dude. How's Denmark going to defend Greenland? They literally rely on other people to defend it. You are. So it's sort of like a reliance on a certain world order where the United States plays the role of like, we'll do war socialism for everyone. You can just keep whatever you have and never have to legitimize ownership of it, through sort of like the fires of war. You just get to keep it. Why? Because if anyone tries to take it from you, we'll go die for you. I think that's so stupid, dude. We are. All right. It's like, it's not natural. You can keep that going for a little while, and eventually it's going to fall apart anyways. It's going to fall apart either way. Okay, what we got over here? This is one of the best cards I got back from the Spider-Man collection. Jared said they can't. Yeah, exactly. Like, what? Denmark's such a small country with such a small military, and they're so far away from Greenland. There's no way for them to actually defend that land. So it's literally the land that we're defending from Russia and China taking, but they just get to own it. Like, what? It doesn't make any sense to me. Again, it's like this separation from reality. Like in reality, if you can't defend a land, it's not your land. That's just how it is. It's like Ukraine and Russia. If Russia can't take Ukraine, then Ukraine's Ukraine. If Ukraine can't stop Russia, then Ukraine is Russia. That's just how it is. It doesn't matter what your politics are, what your morals are. It doesn't matter what your worldview is. None of that stuff matters. All that matters is, can you take it and keep it? So apparently Denmark's got a little piece of paper that says Greenland is all ours, and everyone just has to do what the piece of paper says. Like what? That's not how it works. Here it is. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for Greenland. Welcome to America, Greenland. Miles Morales. And this will say 0211. Is that right? 0211? I don't know. I'm just making some noise, guys. Let's see. Who wants Greenland anyways? It's a frozen... Yeah, I don't even like Greenland. Greenland sucks, bro. Let's see. Greenland's like cold, bro. Who even wants to go to Greenland? Not me. So Miles Morales. This is the front of the card. This is the back of the card. I'm going to price this one at about $150. It is a mythic hollow rare and borderless. And we got a nice 10 on it. So we're going to say 150. Nice. Now, if these don't sell here, I got to list them up on eBay, but I can't sell anything on my eBay right now. Let's see. All nations are destined to fall. Maybe. Is there any nation that hasn't ever fallen? Wait, what? Let me ask AI. That's a good question for AI. Let's see. Which country has lasted the longest without truly collapsing? All right, let's see what it says. Maybe China? China? Continuous political state that never fully disappeared. It would be Japan. A continuous imperial line dated back to 660 BC. No total state collapse, foreign occupation, or replacement by a new civilization. Other long-lived states, but with interruptions. China. San Marino, Denmark. Oh, Denmark's old, huh? France. Let's see. It did go through multiple collapses, but the core civilization kept going. Oh. The longest continuous civilization is actually China. Oh, that's cool. China. That's it. We're losing to China. There's no way, man. I'm going to learn my Chinese right now. A lot of states have existed, but has changed a lot. CASHAPP ordered 3 Phantasmal, says Louis. All right, sounds good. Japan, makes sense. Thailand has been around a long time. What? Rome. If the poles shift, then Greenland would become a tropical paradise. That's right. Soon, it'll be a tropical paradise. I see you, Mr. Lou. It's not quite your turn yet, but it's close because there's not a long line here. We have a short line for opening packs. First up, we got Steven Gonzalez. 3 gem 3s. Ooh, Mr. Steven. What's today, by the way? It's a Thursday night, Friday morning. This is a slow Thursday night, Friday morning stream then. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. I'm moving to Pokistan. That's why I'm moving. Pokistan. I'm moving to UAE, baby. We're going to buy a big vault out there. It's going to be spicy hot. There you go. All right. Here's Darkrai. Oh. Here's the dog. Woof, woof. What's his name? Houndstone and Houndoom have a very similar name, by the way. Did you ever think about that? Graveyard, maybe? I think it's Graveyard. I remember the days I'd pre-order 3 hours in advance. Here's... Ho-ho! Gardevoir. I live in Kekistan. Kekistan. I don't think you do. I think you live in mom's basement. Or grandma or something like that. Steven Gonzalez. All right, Steven with an ST. Reaching for that. Congratulations on your doggy. That was Gem 3, everybody. Chance for some pretty serious alt arts in that set. Get it while it's hot. That set's hard to restock. Took a long time for it to arrive, and it was tricky. And Mr. can have his multiple wives. I'll marry 3 lovely ladies in UAE, and they'll be like, that's cool. And then I'll get them all working on the stream. Oh, my God, dude. All right, let's see. That doesn't make any sense. Here's Lou Costa. He says, for Phantasmal. Yes, except that price is wrong because I think, isn't Phantasmal 12? So Phantasmal, we raised it to 12 because we're just about sold out of it. Yes, it is. You are $3 short, Mr. Lou. I'm sorry. We changed it to 12 in the daytime stream. I got 2 packs for you here and one more if you'd like to send in $3 for it. What do you think of that, Lou? Let me know real fast. Let's see. A lot of states have existed, but has changed a lot. Cash App ordered 3 Phantasmal. Charles Black says for keeps. My real name is Chad King. In the game of Risk, if you can't defeat it, it's mine, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's how it works. People can't accept that. They can't accept that we aren't civilized. It really does come down to war. War means you just get to take stuff, and no one can stop you. Like, you could put all the groups of countries together, but it's the same deal. Like, I heard France wants to, like, defend Greenland if America wants to take Greenland by force. There you go. All right, let's get it, Mr. Lou. I heard that France will like send ships out or some crap like that. You're telling me French dudes who basically are losing their own country, like French dudes, you know what I'm saying? They're going to lose their own country to what? Shoot at Donald Trump's troops? Like, no way, dude. And that's how you know when a country is forming or falling apart. Like, how many French guys want to rise up and die for France fighting America over Greenland, which it doesn't even belong to France? That's how you know when there's not a real country anymore. It's disappeared because the heart of the soldiers is gone. The soldiers are not interested in death, right? Like, you know, the Taliban fought really hard to get Afghanistan back. But it's like, that's because their hearts were in it. They're like, yep, we're going to get the treasure. We're going to get the ladies. We're going to get our God is going to come back. The yucky Western God can go away, and all of its yucky ideas and all of their stupid, you know, brilliant Western ideas of their progress can go get lost. Those guys were ready to fight tooth and nail to the end, all the way to death for their ideas. And so they're a real country. They actually exist. Why? Because somebody will stand up and fight for it. But like over here in the West is like, what ideas do you actually want to stand up and fight for? Nothing. Nothing. How many guys want to go fight and die in the military today? So few. So few. Nowadays it's like, nah, I ain't dying for this thing. You know, send someone else. Send a poor kid. Send a kid who's poor, who has to join the military because that's their best job right now. You know, and that's it. But people aren't going to go die for the ideas of the Republican Party or the ideas of the Democrat Party. And I think that that's a special. Ooh, I love this artist here. Sun Kill Moon. You guys ever listen to Sun Kill Moon? He's a great artist. All right, let's go back over here. But so I think that that's really that's a good measure of when you have a real country or not. You have a real country when you have young men willing to die for the group because they really believe in that group. They go, I love this group. This is what I'm all about. I'm ready to stay here and fight to the end. And when you have a bunch of young men that are like, no way, dude. I would never fight and die for this. This is so stupid. That's when you know you don't have a real country because you don't have a real military to defend it. You have sort of like you have like a dead man walking style of country. You know, you have like a former shadow of itself or a collapsing country, right? So anyways, let's see what you guys are saying. I live in India. I am Indian, says Daniel. The blacks have something right. Just take what you want, says Daniel. Well, that's not a trait that's exclusive to one race, you know. But let's see. Any race could do that. They couldn't. France has one aircraft carrier. I'd say you mean France, the country that exists because America saved it. You're telling me the country of the white flag think that it can go against the USA? Preposterous. Well, right, exactly. Like imagine Macron stands up one day. Your quality of living is going down in France. Your safety's going down. You're becoming a minority if you're actually French. And then the French leader's like, all right, now get on this boat and go shoot at Americans over Greenland, a country that we don't own. Denmark owns it. And so when you hear about that, you realize how vulnerable Greenland is. That's what you realize. You realize, oh my gosh, you really could just go take Greenland. Like who's going to die fighting for it? And that's why I'm saying Denmark doesn't have a right to Greenland if it has no military power. It's just a piece of paper that says this should be ours. And but it's part of North America. And I think that it makes way more sense for the United States to take it in as another territory similar to Puerto Rico. Let's see what we got. I think both presidents in both parties, Democrat and Republican, should be saying the same unified message. Let's go grab Greenland. Okay, what do we got next? Lucasta says he'll take a trigger trade. Let's go grab that trigger trade, man. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see. I don't know if we'll end up doing that. Maybe it'll cost too much trouble that it's worth, you know, because we'll probably lose a lot of friendships. And maybe that's a different kind of, oh, let me grab this. Maybe that's a different kind of war, you know, it's having friendships. I don't think Denmark will like it. What? How did this even get over here? Okay, there we go. What is this, a white flare box? Toss that over there. Okay. One trick or trade. Ooh. You guys need to understand that you can't realize your own death. Therefore, do you really die? Yes. I don't know. Let me ask some dead people. Oh, I can't. Okay, toss this over here. I live. I die. I live again. What do we got? Ah! Whoa, look at this, guys. Okie dokie. Woo! Top pull. Wow, that's like $1,000, guys. That's the pull of the night. That is the pull of the night. We better save this for a clip. I'm just teasing. So now you hit the singularity, my man. I sent through PayPal. Okay, let's see. We're jumping over here. Thank you so much. Let's see what's next. My trans Indian wife's boyfriend is interested. Trans Indian wife's boyfriend. So that would make him trans, but he's also into women. Would that make him a lesbian? Let's see. Here's Joshua Ramos. He says, 10 to my slab away, Joshua. Let's see. Mr. Josh with a J. Let's see. Josh. Here it is. It's 85. Boom. Okay. And 2 Cyber Judge, 2 Snow Hazard, 2 Night Wanderer. We can all just live together. Like that. All right. We're not the good guys anymore. We're lost. Wait a second. That's Weiss. You are? Carl. Everyone is so mean to me. Need 2 more, brother. 2 more. Oh, you ordered 3 of them. I'm sorry. He ordered 3 of the trigger trades. Let me get you 3 of them then. I did not know that. My bad. Might have misread the order. All right, back to the trigger trades for Lou Costa. Good luck. If Trump can't really turn things around like he promised, things will get more radicalized quickly with the economy in shambles. Yeah, you know, I have to agree. I think if Trump fails, I don't know what happens. I think if Trump fails, we get like a communist, like full on. I think we get basically like a redistributionist, just a full on redistributionist saying, all right, let's redistribute the wealth. And then, so I think that's kind of all that's going on in the 2 parties is a radical right and a radical left. There is no middle anymore. And really, honestly, the deeper problem is the quality of life has gone down in America, right? Like you can't buy a home. Okay, well, that's a crisis. That is a serious situation. That's how you end up with either a far right guy or a far left guy. No matter who you get, you need affordable homes. It just doesn't matter. You have to have it. People need to be able to buy homes. And if you don't have that, you're going to get a peasant revolution. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have a peasant revolution. And they're going to say, throw all these mother effers out. Republican, Democrat, something in between. We don't care. Throw them all out. Start all over again. So you're going to get a peasant revolution if you can't buy a freaking home. It's just this really fundamental thing. Let's see. Will you be my girlfriend? Ooh, woo, I'd love to, but I've already got a boyfriend. Ooh, this is a nice card. How did this get a 6, dude? That's crazy. All right, let's see. I can't be your girlfriend if I'm practicing, what is that term from King of the Hill? It was called ethical non-monogamy. I'm practicing ethical non-monogamy with my boyfriend, and I don't think my boyfriend would like it because he and I, we're close-knit. It's okay. I don't mind. Damn, homie. Chilling, getting ready for work. It's so cold outside. Bro, it's going to be 77 degrees outside tomorrow for me. I don't know why our weather is so nice, but I'm probably I shouldn't even go live. I should just go take advantage of the nice weather. So here's Zapdos. Ooh, yeah. Ethical non-monogamy. Yeah. We're practicing ethical non-monogamy. We are. Animal fursuits. Chayuri and Kuro Yuki Hime. Damn, dude, that's a long title. You guys hear that? That's some Radiohead playing, man. He's got to be one of the best artists out there. He's great. I like Nine Inch Nails. I like Radiohead as well. He's one of the other artists I don't mind. All right. I'm jumping to this, though. We can't play that. That's going to demonetize us. Charmander. Char. Okay. So what we have here is a 9.5 Charmander and a 9 Fursuit. Is that playing? I'm going to hate this song. Let's try this one. I like this song, but I'm worried it'll demonetize me. Here's C418. C418 never demonetizes you. Do you like the Doors? I like showing you to the Doors. How about those windows? We are. Okay. Very nice. Good. I'm ready for the collapse, guys. I've got my Pokemon. I've got my Labubus. Dude, I haven't heard about Labubu in a while. Have you guys heard about Labubu? It crashed, right? Pretty sure it did. Labubu. It's out, man. Freaking Labubu. Here's a nice Zapdos. Man, that's nice. Let's make it 20 bucks. All right, so these are some reclaimed TCC slabs. They were abandoned. I'm just getting rid of them. Very cheap. Strange days have found us. How about those windows? Law Isaac neurosurgery is the longest residency in medicine. It takes like 10 to 12 years. No one wants them anymore. Labubu is a Jewish psyop. I knew it! All right, very nice. What do we got? What do we got? So that's done. This is done. Never forget this. Cardconomist said Metazoo will crash. He said Labubu will crash. He said Funko Pops will crash. All of it came true. I was right about all those. So Joshua Ramos needs 2 Cyber Judge, 2 Snow Hazard, and 2 Night Wanderers. All right, let's see. Let's see. I started buying gold when Trump started his tariffs. Remember that? I started buying and selling gold because I said, you know what? I think gold is very important. And what did gold do? Gold went up 50%. Here we are. Gold went up 50%. Here you go. Here it is. All right. That's Cyber Judge, right? I think it is. And now Snow Hazard. I'll be home for the holidays. We're getting Snow Hazard out, so I started singing Christmas songs. You can count. I don't even see it. Let me go get some Snow Hazard. I think it's in the other room. I think I needed a fresh box of it last time. What else do we need? I think we needed a fresh box of Terra Festival, too. So it's all going to crash. Invest in flashlights. They hold flashlights. Oh, my God, bro. Let me... Yeah, it could all crash. Who knows? But I think Labubu was garbage, dude. Dude, I like twisted my freaking ankle. I'm still looking for them, by the way. I don't see them. Am I out of Snow Hazard? What's this? No, that is Scarlet Violet. Hey, we might be sold out of it. We might be sold out. Oh, wait. I found it. All right. Dude, I like twisted my ankle getting up. I'll be home for Christmas. Ooh. Pop Mart, which is the creator of Labubu, has recently opened 4 stores in Australia, and they opened 2 in Canada. Here we are. Yeah, you know, Beanie Babies is still a thing too, you know. Yeah, they're trying. Problem with the Labubu brand is it's not resting on anything valuable. It's not a popular TV show. It's not a manga. It's not a movie. They don't have the actual pull that is needed. They don't have it. Gold went up, but people should realize gold will always be valued high until someone finds 1 billion tons and are able to give it out for free. Yeah, so maybe like we find out how to mine it from a comet. Maybe we find out how to mine it off the moon. Maybe we find out, but you know, all that has a cost. So like, let's say there's actually a lot of gold in the moon, but to extract it from the moon, you have to have like a whole setup out there. Then you have to fly it home. And so the cost of that is so high that is higher than the value of gold. So it's just not going to happen. So the cost of gold is acting as a sort of bottleneck for these mining operations. So yes, as the price goes up, they mine more of it, but it's probably, so it'll be pushed back slowly down maybe from the inflation from that. But the thing is, I think gold really is a pretty finite, you know, like we're not doing alchemy here. It's not an infinite thing yet. It's still finite. And so even if we could get it from a comet, the price of gold would have to be outrageous to be worth trying to find out a way to go mine it off of a moon or a comet. And it could take many years before that's successful. So it is a finite thing. Now, you're saying, well, they could go find more gold. I think you're right. But again, then you get into this other bottleneck where now you need a crew of guys to go extract it. Now you need machines. You know, it costs a lot of money to go find it. So they already lost a lot of money hunting for it. They didn't find it for free. So that company has to make a bunch of gold just to break even on the cost of finding it. So yeah, I mean, there is more of it, but it's a good item. I think it's a good item. I really do like silver and gold. I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but yesterday we sold so much gold and silver. Yesterday we must have sold like $4,000 of gold and silver. Were you guys watching that? Look at this. Look at that. That's gold right there. I'm keeping some for myself. Here we are. So maybe I will restock some gold. And look at these. These are golden coins. It's always going to be valuable, in my opinion, gold is. But you're right. If we discover alchemy, that'll change it fast. Alchemy, you know, turning dirt into gold, that's a problem. 3i Atlas is golden oil. Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know. But that's some gold right there, and gold's up 50%. I didn't own all this gold at the beginning of the year. I started buying it because I felt a certain level of uncertainty after the Trump tariffs. I said, you know, the Trump tariffs could end up blowing up in his face in a bad way. And I said, let's get some gold. Let's get some gold in a meltdown scenario. And look at me, now my gold holdings are all up. So I bought a 1/2 ounce, 2/4 ounces, a 1/10 ounce, and I bought the 1 gram bars. And so all those went up by 50%, like a good Pokemon card. And even my silver is just selling. The silver is, this stuff right here is doing well. Now, this is a completer coin. This is a collectible silver coin. You can actually put this into slab away like any Pokemon card. Here it is. And by the way, I've thought it over. The way slab away should work for silver and gold is it should just be the same as Pokemon cards. It should just be the same. Make it less complicated. Here we are. So you can put a expensive piece of silver or gold up there for 20 bucks. Maybe we'll just make one extra rule where you can take like 2 silver coins or 3 silver coins if you wish. We do have alchemy through nuclear reactions. You can turn like copper into gold. It's just way too expensive to do it. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I figure someday we'll get to that level, you know. They theorized that in Star Trek, right, you know. They're like, once we figured out how to turn anything into anything, money lost all value. Money didn't mean anything. Ooh, look at this. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you what to invest in, guys. This is an investment club. You need to go invest in a hot girlfriend right now, whether it be your first girlfriend or your side girlfriend. Go invest right away. Paying big dividends. All right, Joshua Ramos. What do we got? You did it! It's Chen Pao, one of the dumbest Pokemons. Yay! Here's a cold one. Don't ask Pokemon to invent new Pokemon. They're no good at it. Here's Mag Cargo. Do you have shekels? I could, yeah. Actually, there's all kinds of cool stuff out there. Whoa! That is radiation toxicity. Get a sugar grandma. Hey, you never know. That's actually good. He pulled the Night Wanderer Persian. This is a good pull. Joshua Ramos, you just made all your money back on that one. That one's good. And then what do we have here? We've got Okie Dokie. Do you think I can get a girlfriend by showing off my Funko Pop collection? People asked my opinion on Funko Pop. I could have been selling Funko Pop this whole time. And I repeatedly said the reason I don't get into Funko Pop is because I think that it's kind of a bad product. I said that over and over. I said I don't like the way they look. I said, do you remember those conversations? You know, it's so strange how accurate I've been all the time about stuff. Like when Pokemon was crashing in 2023 and 2024, I didn't sell off the majority of my best cards. I clung on to most of it. And I sold off a little bit here and there, but not too much. And then, so I held on to all my good stuff, which exploded. And then with the Funko Pops, I was saying this. I was saying Funko Pops are effectively just dolls. They're just bobblehead dolls. And they're a singular product, meaning it's not a real industry. You know, like if there were 5 or 6 Funko Pop companies all competing with each other to make bobbleheads, and Funko Pop happened to be leading, and that industry was a high-demand industry, there's your proof that Funko Pop's an investable product. But it's not. It's just this single company making bobbleheads. And I said, all it takes is a little shift away from bobbleheads and the whole thing's over. So I was saying the fact that they had no competition was the weakness. If just even one other good bobblehead company came into play and Funko Pop had any real competition, you would probably discover that they're unskilled. So I was saying, no, there's not enough competition in that field to prove that they're a good company. Don't buy them. That's what I was saying. I was telling people don't buy them. And I met so many Funko Pop people. I really did. There's all these YouTubers that were into it. You would go to like Collecticon, Funko Pop here, Funko Pop there. You would go to like a local card shop like in Springfield. They would do like, you know, they'll do like a miniature card shop day where you can bring your stuff and sell it. And somebody will buy out a table and they have like a pyramid of stupid looking Funko Pops. Sorry if you're a Funko Pop fan, but they have a whole bunch of Funko Pops there. And, you know, and I'm looking at them going, man, this is worse than Nintendo Amiibos. These are so ugly. And so that's one of my rules. I don't invest in ugly. It's not a good idea when it comes to collectibles. Don't invest in ugly. It doesn't work in the long run. We go, what do we got? You got to invest in beautiful things. There we go. All right. That's Joshua Ramos. Labubu's took over Funko Pop. Right, so one doll comes around, Labubu, and eats Funko Pop sandwich instantly. And I'm pretty sure the people who would have been buying Funko Pop all of a sudden were buying other things. There it is. And now, so Funko Pop investors are so screwed. There's this thing that happens in collectibles where the demand goes up and up and up and up and up. And all of a sudden, the company, to meet demand, is printing more and more and more and more until people lose interest. The sales numbers aren't coming in. The product's overprinted. Everyone knows it's not rare. The hype bubble pops. The hype train stops. People stop clicking on those videos. And so the bubble pops, and here's the problem. The company's still making so much product that now there's too much product. So all of a sudden, your product, which was kind of rare, even when they were overprinting because everyone was hyping for it. You know, everyone was buying it up, creating a monopoly in the grocery stores, in the retail stores. So even, man, this card's sexy as hell. Look at this card, man. So when the hype was high, they printed as much as they wanted, and there wasn't enough to keep up with demand. Now that it's reversed, there's just mountains of unwanted product all over the place. And your product doesn't just kind of go down, it crashes to zero. So I'm sure Funko Pop hodlers are going through that. Oops, should have bought silver and gold, should have bought Pokemon cards, should have bought crypto. Then you find Funko Pops at Dollar General. I sent for that furry 9 in ZELLE. Oh yeah. Putting that over there. Everyone knows that silly bands were the bomb. Labubu's took over Funko Pops. Right, we've seen stuff come and go, like Tamagotchi. We've seen Pog. We've seen Beanie Baby, if you ever witnessed Beanie Baby, you know what can happen to any hobby at any time. It could be Pokemon cards could turn out like Beanie. It won't, but you know it could happen in theory. And so that's it's a reality that it could happen. That's what's important to understand. And everybody thought we were in the junk era with Pokemon, and they were wrong about that. So that was cool. Let me have a sip of this. Beyblades, yeah, Beyblades. Here's one of the big mistakes everybody makes. They treat these fads as if they were Pokemon. Dustin Rivera is next. Hey, what's up, Dustin? Dustin Rivera, thanks for making a purchase. By the way, when you guys make a nice little purchase like that, you support the stream, keep us entertained, and give yourself a chance to pull some big card and have a special moment. So you really could pull Umbreon out of these 2 packs. Will it happen? Probably not, but it happens to someone one day. Daniel says, I took out a loan to buy Funko Pops. I'm too far in the hole now. Well, yeah, that's exactly what people do in financial markets. They want to invest, and they want quick, easy money. Everybody wants to get on the gravy train. Everyone's racing for the next big thing. They want quick, easy money. There is no quick, easy money. There is for like 1% of people or maybe less. But by the time everyone else has figured out the secret, it's over. There's no more quick money. So 1 or 2 people, they pioneer an idea, they make some good money off of it for a little while, and then everyone else catches up to them. So that's how it really works. And so it's very hard to maintain some sort of monopoly in this world. You just can't do it. And as other people pile into a market, the prices are driven down by competition. That's a good thing, actually. Here it is, Dustin. Okay, Dustin, thank you so much. 2 prismatics. Appreciate it, man. Okay, but everyone's always seeking for the next thing that's going to be like easy money. That's why gambling's so popular, right? Because that's what gambling is. Gambling is easy money. That's what it is. Of course, it's the person who makes the easy money is the house. But, you know, it's fun to take $100, go to the casino, and sometimes you walk out with $200. And you're like, wow, that was nice. So people are always looking for easy money. You know, they see Pokemon doing very well, and they say, hey, Funko Pops are going to do that. They see Bitcoin doing really well, and they say, hey, Labubus are the next thing. I'm going to make money on... No, you're not. The Labubu company is going to make money on Labubus. You're just going to be the engine for them. That's it. And yeah, so I remember. Do you remember how indignant I was, how angry I was when we had those dummies who were selling? They claimed to be Pokemon card shops, but they were selling Labubus. It was so like vile, dude. Hey, jump into this Lucario Melmetal break, guys. There's 4 spots left. I'd love to see this go off. Okay, there we are. Biscuits and gravy. 2 left boobs. There's always the outliers. World of Warcraft is like that. People said someone would beat them and never did. Pokemon has showed it has staying power. Exactly. Pokemon has some staying power. I'm really hoping their next game is better, though. They need to step it up with the game development. All right, Dustin. By the way, if you're watching this and you've never placed an order before, place your first time order. We got this beautiful Gengar. You can join our group and hang out with us, and I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. We do a lot of talking. So we want to see more people joining our group, opening some cards for the first time. Here's Martin Ramirez. He says Gem 2. Okay, Mr. Martin. Gem 2. We want to meet some new guys. Who's a new guy? Who wants to open up some cards here? Here we are. They're resellers, not card shops. It was so annoying because it felt like they had sold out, basically. It's like, bro, it meant that they did not care what they sold. They weren't like passionate about something in particular, you know what I mean? They really were passionate about one thing, and that's profit. So that's what they were passionate about. And I mean, everyone's passionate about getting a good paycheck. I'm passionate about that too, but I actually do care about Pokemon cards. So I was never going to touch Labubu because it's not our thing. That's not our group's thing. Would I advise you to invest in Labubu? No. So I'm not going to buy Labubu because I have principles about that. I don't want my audience buying bad stuff. And so you see all these other guys doing it. It's like, oh, brother, dude. You watch them. Who's going to buy Labubu? Who's going to buy? We got Labubus. Oh, gross. That's how you knew. But that's life, I guess. I can't blame them for trying to make a buck, but I'm so glad I didn't do it. I'm so glad. Remember when MetaZoo was hot and people were making money selling MetaZoo? I didn't do that either, did I? Because I said MetaZoo's overpriced. That's what I said. I said it's way overpriced. You guys aren't going to open it. And, you know, a couple guys would come in here and get mad about that. They'd say, oh, well, you know, you're just a jerk. You don't believe in it. And there were guys who were like, yeah, well, then how do you explain that the Mothman sells for $15,000 and Logan Paul's buying it and, you know, King Pokemon's buying it, King Gary's buying it? And I'm like, none of that matters. None of that matters because you're buying it at the peak and it's going to be worth less than that soon. Do you have 151 Surprise? 151 Surprise. I don't remember which one that is, but I don't think I have that. I think I just have a little bit of 151 Journey. We're almost out of that. Labubus are also hard to store and take up more room than Pokemon cards. I'm new, but watching you on my commute to work. Hey, what's up? Ethan Hannon. Ethan, here's some fun information. This is our second stream of the day. We do 2 streams in a day, although I'm wondering if maybe it should be 1 stream. And we do 2 streams a day. We've been streaming for 6 years, and we just had 100K followers, and we get an enormous number of views from our shorts. In fact, I'm pretty confident a bunch of our shorts viewers never visit the live stream. They should. But we get a lot of views from the shorts, like 500,000 every month. Pokemon was valuable regardless of Logan Paul. Let's see. That's me. That's you, Joshua Rodriguez. He wants the girl in the fursuit. This was just $6. An abandoned slab. It's all yours, Mr. Joshua. Joshua Rodriguez. What are you guys buying me for Christmas this year, by the way? I want to know what my Christmas gift is. Labubus aren't worth the hype. They never were. It didn't make any sense. Martin Ramirez, he says another Gem 2. You got it, man. All right. Gem 2 AR time. So the Gem 2s have a Umbreon in it. Let's see what the top price on that Umbreon is now. I'm curious. That's Gem 2. It's still pretty cool. PSA 10 Gem 2 Umbreon. All right, we're going to go with the last sold. Ready? Sold items. So the last sold on this Umbreon is $480. Wow. Crazy, man. That's a good price. $480. All right. Let's jump back over here. It's good information. So that's just one of the ARs as well. There's a number of ARs you can pull. Okay. But this one's not going to be an AR. All right. Reminds me of a podcast almost. Congrats, dude. I've seen your shorts a bunch. I love your commentary. You're very good at conversation talking. Yeah, I've had people say I should start a podcast, and then I would just say, like, this basically is the podcast. Here's Martin Ramirez. I just like talking about whatever is to talk about. Martin, where do you grab your bag? I think it's because, you know, when it comes to Pokemon, you really could just stare at the Pokemon card and be like, yup, that sure is a Glaceon. Glaceon here, guys. But it's like, I think a big part of the fun of card collecting is actually the social experience. So just hanging out, getting to know people, doing some gifts, doing some giveaways. You know, so it's not just opening cards. I think it's a whole social experience. And so if you were hanging out with me at my card shop, you'd just probably be hearing me go, blah, blah, blah. We are. Let's see. Tammy says I'm a bit of a quiet one. She says I'm not much of a talker. Tammy, I don't know about that, Tammy. I like to talk. All right, let's give away another card, by the way. We got to give out more cards. Oh, we were giving out a card. We were giving out this one. You got to type in 100K. The malls have stores that are all Funko, and I just can't see them lasting long. Oh, no. You're telling me there's stores at your mall where the only thing they sell is Funko Pop? Yeah, they're going out of business for sure, man. Tammy says that I don't talk very much, that I'm a bit of a... They call me Quiet TCC. That's my name, Quiet TCC. Known for being a little quiet. I'm a bit stoic, they say. Stoic's the word. There we go, Stephen. Tammy Lowe. Miss Tammy, look at that. You made it on the list. Tammy Lowe. And Ostara. That's Miss Alexandra. Thank you, Miss Ostara. All right, you ready? It is super social. Think when people play Pokemon, they get together and socialize. I think that's a really good thing, by the way, because I know from my experience, card shops can tend to hold people in it that are a little less social. And so it's good for people who are a little less social to have a place to meet up that isn't just a bar, you know? Okay, you ready? Landed on 10. Ooh, 10. And one of the best parts, everyone in here is real. No bots, no fake people in here. So 10 was Brian Freund. Oh, Brian Freund, you say. Here it is. Brian Freund. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Sorry, Tammy. I tried to give it to you, Tammy, but the Nightbot and the dice decided to give it to Brian. Let's put this up here. All right. I'm going to write this down. We got to keep track of how much we hand out. $100. We're giving away $5,000 for the $5,000 giveaway. It's okay. Nightbot always hates me. Yeah, no, it's very interesting hobby. The money, the people, the craze. There's so many different levels and aspects, which is why you get all the different walks of life. Just life from junkies. What? I think this man just called me a junkie. I'm not. I can quit anytime. I can quit anytime I want to. I just don't want to. The junkies. Yeah, that's a real thing. I think you're right. I think there are junkies, for sure, involved in Pokemon. I don't judge. I try not to judge anyways. Okay, I quietly judge. What's this? We've got, ooh. So this was priced at $200, but that's because the PSA version of this card is much more expensive than $200, isn't it? Let's take a quick look. Let's see. That's from 2021, and it's a reverse holo 10 Gengar. PSA 10 Gengar Chilling Rain. There we go. Junkie, I'm sending for a spot in the Metal Lucario break. Can you check if I still have 40 credit? Yes, sir. So, let's see. So, these two guys are priced at $1,500 and $1,400. They're the holographic version, which actually, if you think about it, the holographic version is actually less rare than the reverse holo. It's harder to pull the reverse holo because the reverse holo is from the entire loot table, whereas the holos are only from the holo loot table. But here's a very important key indicator right here. In auction, last sold for $380 in auction. So that is $380. That's how we came up with the price of $200. That's literally half the last sold price. Now, you can buy this right here, right now if you wish, but I'm going to begin it as a giveaway. So you've got a small window of time to decide if you want that guy, because otherwise I'm just going to give them away to this lovely audience. Okay. I picked up a Funky Pop from OM, a secondhand shop for cheap, and I'm thinking of selling it. I'm thinking of taking my Funko Pops and putting it in the bonfire. Okay. We're going to say 100K. You should cross that to PSA. I could, or I could just give it away at a valuation of 200. So I'm just going to let you guys have it. If you pull it, do me a favor, don't cross it, just keep it. It makes me sad thinking TCCG 10s just get crossed into PSA 10s, which is one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I have a nice TCCG collection, to kind of preserve our hard work, because I think over time that's what people would do to them. I think they would cross them, and it kind of makes me sad to think about. So, this is a really nice one. And so the rule for this one's going to be only members are going to make it in. Here it is. I told you guys we'd have some giveaways where the rules would be kind of messy. Like, for example, we would have some where only long-term subscribers can get in. So this time it's going to be members, okay? So what we got? And how do we tell if someone's a member? Actually, most people are not members. So this is... let's see. Oh, okay. So like right here, PDX is he is a member. So type in 100K, and then there it is, PDX. He is a member, so he's going to get in. All right, good luck in there, Mr. PDX. PDX. And you know what? I'm going to put Alexis in here. She gets in for free. All right. Very nice. Let me hit refresh on this. Let me hit refresh on this thing over here. So we kind of want to we kind of want to have some of the giveaways reserved for people who are members, and some of the giveaways reserved for people who have been subscribed for a long time. And trust me, we got a very big giveaway at the end to do. So this one will be a members only giveaway, and then we're also going to have a really valuable subscriber giveaway. But we're not there yet. We're close to it. Andrew Martin says, put me into the Lucario break. You got it. And he said, check for store credit, too. You got it. Mr. Andy. His name is Andy Man, and he is the man. Okay. This ticks up to 4 out of 7. We could finish this tonight, you know, guys. Lucario Melmetal could finish tonight. Okay, we're looking for Andy Man. Ho-ho! Whoa, did you see that throw? Whoa! Cool. Okay, that's going to be 4 and 5. There really are 2 spots. Who wants to lose 40 bucks? Step right up. We got 40 bucks losing machine. Machine that eats 40 of your dollars and gives you a small booster pack of things. All right, check this out. We got this beautiful completer coin for $3.40. I just have like 3 of these left. I sold like 2 or 3 of these the other day. That's a beautiful 2-ounce silver coin, and it's a collectible too, and it's graded. So that's available. We also have a last piece of gold. Did you know that? So here's our last piece of gold. It's a gold gram. I'd have to buy more gold grams to sell anymore because I'm going to hold on to a piece of, I guess, gold grams. All right, how long do I see that I've been subbed? I don't know how you see that, but be careful not to unsub because it'll reset your subscriber age. Can I get in more than once? Into the giveaway? Yeah, I would say so. Here it is. There's certain rules to that, though. Here's... Well. I think we're actually out of orders, but I'm going to check the website. All right. So no orders on the website. People like ordering on YouTube. It's their favorite way. Well, what are all these slabs here doing? I think I have more slabs that I got to crack and send off to like PSA, like this one, the Cerulege. So unfortunately, a big part of grading with Beckett is then cracking your Beckett slabs and sending them into PSA. Okay. There's that. I have a whole bunch of these to do, and we got some time to burn. Oh, not a lot of time. It's 4:09. Wow. This has 2 spots left in it if you guys want to see a break go off tonight. That's a good one. It genuinely is. That's a 2019 Alt-Art, and it's a tag team. I mean, everything about it's good. Oops, kind of throwing that around, aren't I? I wonder if PSA would find it funny if I just sent it to them in this sort of encapsulated sleeve to just sort of shorten the amount of work I have to do. All right. I found some of my old classmates on Instagram, and it's been 5 years. One of them followed back so far, and I'm so happy. Wow, you're happy. Here we are. I'm so happy. There we are. Very good. That's so nice for you. Oh, you have friends. Oh. Okay, grabbing this. We can't all be Miss Emily. Some of us have to be sad and lonely with no friends. Oh, Emily just has tons of friends. Here, let's snip this. There we go. Ooh. Very good. Any other interesting things in the news today? I feel like we've talked about most of the things. Okay. Very nice. Oh. Ba-doink. Okay. Let's leave this. Shleeb-a-deeb. Good. Here's another one. 9.5. Couldn't be a 10. Sent an order, says Dustin. You got it, Dustin. Let me get this one as well, and then we'll get you started, okay? I love it when we break it really clean. I like that the Beckett ones are so easy to break. PSA is a little more dangerous. CGC is a little more dangerous. Tag grading is really dangerous. I've damaged my fair share of cards, cracking them out of slabs, you know. Slabs. Okay. This is an arts and craft. I'm doing the work, you know. This takes a lot of work getting all this kind of stuff done. This is where you make the money. You know, on a slow night, we ought to work on, like, maybe doing some pre-grades. We ought to work on some bag sorts. Anything's possible on a slow night. Trades, by the way. You see all these lovely slabs? You might be surprised just how interested I am in trading these slabs for your ungraded cards. Because I need more cards to grade, and I need to get rid of my slabs. Here it is. You're triggered. The Epstein stuff was old. I remember when this stuff was for kids, not lame, money-grubbing, basement-dwelling adults. Hey! I'm dwelling in the master bedroom, I'll have you know. Here you are. All right. I remember. She admitted it herself. What? The 2K stimmy checks? That'd be nice. Some Epstein stuff was released about Trump. Let's see. That Epstein stuff was old. Is there like a chat that I can't see? Let me go into all chat. Mister, when you have time, the consignment and giveaway. That's a good one. Okay, you're right. I keep forgetting about that. Okay, hold on. Let me take care of Martin Ramirez. He says 2Gem2, Martin Ramirez. Democrats censored Virginia Gunthry's name, and she already said she was the girl, and Trump never did anything to her. She admitted it herself. Mister, what's wrong with the Metagross? It looks so nice on my tiny iPhone. The Metagross? Where? What Metagross? Snipping time? Snipping time. Time to snip your pokies. Martin Ramirez. All right. Let's see. Oh, Vaporeon. Whee! Thai King is visiting China for the first time in 50 years. Oh, that's cool. Here's Flareon. Man, I want to visit China. I bet they got some wicked good noodles, man. Tammy, take me to China. Here's Martin Ramirez. I don't know anything about China. Here we are. The new Dora and Teenage Mutant Turtles are now canceled. What? They canceled them? Maybe they knew ahead of time that the ratings were going to be terrible. All right. Congress funding bill includes a hemp ban. What? Finally, getting to the things we care about most. Banning hemp. The hemp loophole ban is ass. That's so dumb, dude. China #1. Okay. I bet they got some wicked noodles, bro. Here's Javier. He says one spot in the Lucario. Oh. Who wants to lose 40 bucks? Step right up. This is going off. Somebody's going to walk away with a brand new Lucario. Thank you, Mr. Javier. We love you, Mr. Javier. You're very nice to us. There you go. I would go to Taiwan. Take me to Taiwan, then. Is Taiwan cooler? I'm going to go to Hong Kong, man. I'm moving to Hong Kong. I heard that they got a tax rate of like 15%, like it's a flat tax rate. But the real estate is like unaffordably expensive. I'm moving to Hong Kong, baby. Then we would get these Chinese Pokemon cards on the cheap if we did that. Dustin Rivera says 2 times 151 journey. Oh, excuse me. All right. So Mr. Dustin, 151 journey. 2 journeys. Apparently the Trump administration ordered visa denials for medical conditions, including obesity. No! But how are men in the U.S. ever going to get to date a sexy torta? Doesn't make any sense. Here it is. They're trying to stop. He's trying to block. He's cock blocking us. We are. No, but I heard about that. I heard that the theory was something like fat people cost more in the medical system. And so they're worried if people migrate here and they're obese, they're going to immediately go on medical care in the United States. So it's like, well, it's one of those not so funny truths, you know, sort of like, yeah, probably. Here's Karabi. Give me one of them thick girls. Taiwan's on. I'm hungry. It was Hong Kong, used to be free, tortas for everyone. Yes, yes. LMAO, sexy torta. We are Dustin Rivera. I said, I can't vote for this guy. He's messing with the wrong issues. Hate to say it, but kind of has a point. If you want to go to English-friendly Asian country, Singapore is a great... I don't want to go to an English-friendly Asian country. I want to go to an Asian country and get my ass whipped. I want them to be like, oh, we don't like this guy. I want the full experience. I want to be like spit on or something. We are. Actually, that's Thailand, isn't it? All right. Let me go ahead and rotate this. Here's another break. The vintage Kamox Blastoise. He'll take a while. One spot left in this Lucario. One spot, everybody. Step right up to lose 40 bucks. I don't think anyone's bought the last spot. Here is Charizard. I'm going to go grab Mr. CS-Min stuff. That's why all those people left in the protest trying to clamp down on Hong Kong. Yeah, I don't know much about all that. They got their political problems. I wouldn't be going over there to do any politics. They do whatever they do, you know. All right, let's see. Thailand is amazingly friendly. Boeing East ordered to pay $35 million in the 737 trial. Oh, you mean like a drop of money? Hey, wait, that's my taxpayer money. Hold on, I gotta get out of this music. Ooh, here's a, by the way, where's this playing? Now, let me go back up here. I like these songs playing. So, let me go grab Mr. CS-Min's stuff. He had a consignment slab and a giveaway slab, and I don't even remember which one was which. All right. Take me to China. I want to go to Taiwan. Tammy never takes me to Taiwan. I'm back. There's this. Okay. Nice little Journey box. Can you make the Spearow $50? So, the price on consignment cards has to match cheapest buy it now. We are. That's our rules on consignment. There we go. That's kind of the promise we make to people, is that we generally follow those rules. Let's grab this. Okay. Alright. Good. There we go. Spearow and Pikachu, huh? So I think you were giving this one away, and this one you want consignment on. Let's see what the consignment on that kind of card is. There is none on eBay. Oh. Spearow. Sandstorm. Okay, you are correct on that. We do see that there is a common for 30 as a PSA 8. and a holographic at 75. And then what if we weren't to search for PSA? What if we search for a different brand? Okay, so there is kind of a PSA 9. I'm sorry, there's a CGC 9, and it's 25. Let me check sold real fast. We don't have a lot of information on last sold. So, okay, so why don't we make it, so there is a CGC 9 for 25. That's what we know. And we know that there's a holographic reverse hollow 9 for just 75. So if you go as high as 50 for just 25 bucks, they might as well get the actual rare hit. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And the PSA 8, what did we say it was? Like 24? I think that maybe 35 is a realistic number, but you can go on the high end and do 40. All right. Did anyone see the Blue Origin rocket take off and booster land on a ship? SpaceX is the only other company on Earth to do that. They sent 2 satellites to Mars that will arrive in 2027. Cactuar Queen. It's Miss Cactuar Queen. Okay, let's do 40. You know, if you want to make that last 10 bucks, instead of giving the Pikachu away, why don't you just sell him for like 20 bucks or something? He might sell. So, you know, you don't have to give anything away if you don't want to. I just would rather hold on to it if it were to get 70% of 35. Yeah, exactly. If it like gets too cheap, it's like almost pointless. Let me share something with you, CSman. I just auctioned off a couple cards on eBay, and I had a PSA 9 poker card sell for like $10. It actually just lost me a ton of money. And so one of the things you learn about Pokemon card selling, when it comes to cards that failed to get a 10, if it's not a card that ranks high on the card ladder, you're lucky to recuperate pretty much anything. It's basically like your brain doesn't want to give in to the idea that you've experienced a loss on a card, but that's what it is sometimes. So the problem here with your Spearow, he will rank low on the card ladder. People don't collect Spearow. It's just super, super rare. Like Pidgey's instantly better, first of all. Right? Pidgeot. But, you know, it's just a bit of an obscure card set, too. Like Sandstorm, people, if it was Rocket Spearow, it would have a better shot. But it's so rare for somebody to go hunting for a Sandstorm Spearow. And so that would have to be like an impulse buy from somebody. And Pokemon, you know, it's tougher than you think to get a sale on anything these days, especially sub-10s. The 10 is so important. By the time you get a 10, now you're talking. Now you're making money. Like, look at this guy. He's $50. Well, he might actually sell for 50. This guy's 100. That might be a little bit high. We might need to lower that one. But the 10s are so important, you know. And you find that the sale velocity of a 9 is so rough, dude. It's so rough. 9s, it takes a long time for them to sell. And then, you know, if somebody pulls one even out of the Poke Shuffle, they're like, buy that back for me. I don't even want that. So it's really interesting. So in other words, there's no mistaking it. You don't want it either. That's why you have it for sale. And most people don't. So we got this ready for giveaway. It's tough, isn't it? 9 may as well be raw. Now, that's not always true. For some cards, a 9 is okay. Right? Like, let's say you had Legendary Collection Charizard Reverse Foil, and he was a 9. Well, that's a collectible. But for some cards, it just doesn't work. This one is like Pikachu 8, and you might actually find that this guy does sell, because Pikachu is that much more desirable than Spearow. So you should have me sell your Pikachu, not the Spearow. You're giving away the good one, and you're trying to sell the hard-to-sell one because of a difference of 1 grade. This Pikachu will sell because he's much more desirable. So that's why I'm saying you're trying to make a little money on the Spearow, and it hurts. You're like biting the bullet on that one. That one's worth a little bit of money. So let's look up the Pikachu real fast. You might underestimate him. Let's look up PSA 8 Jungle Japanese Pikachu. I bet he's like 25. What do we got going on with this one? Right here, $22 plus $5 shipping. Say, you could probably ask 25 on that one. I don't think that would be insane. So it's funny. I would go lower on this one, and I would try to sell the Pikachu as well. Could you reverse it? You got to hit the reverse here, guys. Sorry, in January, I'll give a mega giveaway. Well, I would say you shouldn't ever feel guilty just getting your money back on your own cards, you know? So I wouldn't feel guilty about it. What I would do, if you want to be generous, don't host a giveaway if you want to be generous, just make your 8s and 9s cheap for people. Because, you know, someone out there will enjoy it. There are people who do buy 9s and 8s. But, you know, if you want to be generous, don't host a giveaway. Just lower the price of your 9s and your 8s. That's what I would do. I do that all the time. So in my mind, I say, okay, well, you know, I need to make a little bit of money on these. So watch, we'll make this about 25 CSman. And so now you're doing a little bit better, because if both of these sold, that will be pretty close to 50 bucks in value. This one, it's just not going to sell. I already know. The Spearow will be so hard to sell. This one might sell. He's a cute little Pikachu, and he's very iconic, and he's from a mainline set, and it's just a cheap, affordable way to get a nice jungle Pikachu in your home. You know, you can put that in a stocking stuffer. A lot of people from the past are going to recognize him and have nostalgia for him. No one will recognize this Spearow. He came later in 2003. So it's very fascinating how that works. Now, if this guy had hit a 10, now he's part of a very exclusive group of rare 10s of very rare sets. So there's a new group of collectors who are experiencing that Spearow for the first time, going, wow, that guy's low pop, and he's going to maintain his low popness for all time. So I'm going to grab that Spearow before anyone else does. But it's just unfortunate. He hit the 9. Grading's such a such a shit show, man. It's so hard to grade anything. I mean, you saw all the 9s I was getting too. I was getting 9 after 9. So many of them, even from like brand new, you know, brand new, like look, 7.5. Here's a 9. Brand new Japanese modern cards, still missing that 10. And that's why 10s are valuable, by the way. So the reason 10s are valuable is because we all, especially if you grade a lot, you start to respect what a 10 is. If you pull money out of your wallet and you literally grade cards, you learn real fast to respect the value of a 10. You go, yeah, these are expensive on purpose. It's not an accident. You try to get a 10. It's impossible, dude. Joshua says, too late. Stream's over. What? Is that Moltres? Is that 8 Moltres or 8.5 Call of Legends Vaporeon worth selling? Well, they could all sell if you priced them at 20 bucks. They'd all sell. But yeah, I mean, you can list all of them. It doesn't matter. I just think that they could sit for a while too. So, and you have to be prepared for that with cards that graded like 8 or 9. And then I have to wonder at some point if I have room for like everyone's 8s and 9s in the consignment channel. So that's a trick for me to figure out. We're doing consignment, and we have a consignment box over here, and it's got a little bit of space left in it. It's just got a little bit. And I think at some point it's going to be too full, and I think I'm going to have to start turning some slabs away. Dustin Rivera, box of Gem 3. Oh, yeah, here goes. So he says he knows that there's a hot one around the corner. Here you go, Dustin Rivera. This stream brought to you by Dustin tonight. Thank you, Dustin. Have you priced up the Venom tag card, mister? Oh, I don't think I have. I think that one graded 9 or something. Here it is. I graded the 10s, I think. So we get that one too. All right, what we got? I low-key want to keep some of the 9s for memories. You should. You could totally keep these. Here's another thought, CSman. For only $65 in sales, you can just keep these. Like, do you care about the 65? And honestly, it's 75% of 65, right? So, you know, for very little money, you can just keep them. You're not missing out on tons of money. So I do that all the time with my cards. I go, I don't care if I sell these. They don't cost me anything to hold on to, right? It's not a make or break kind of situation for me, right? Here we are. All right. So do whatever you feel like doing with the cards, but if you want a little keepsake, keep a keepsake. Here we are. Let's see. I'll leave them up for like 5 days. Mister, since Alexis is packaging on Saturday, may I get a PSA slab with my remaining $49 credit? Yeah, she'll be in on Friday, which is tomorrow, or technically today. And she's going to be in on Friday doing a ton of shipping. So you still got time to add to your outgoing shipment. There we go. All right, lovely. Tossing this. Okay, what do we got? We've got Houndoom. Okay. All right. Here's Cerulege. Here's Clefairy. Oops. Here's Darkrai. Here comes the Chase Guys. Very nice. Oops. He's going to do it. Well, it's 18 booster packs. He might do it. Here's a little Gengar. Rawr. Okay. Here's a little Annihilate. Here's a little Absol. He's going to get something. It seems that like a box comes with at least one AR. We've pulled a couple ARs. I am the biggest Spiro collector on this planet. Well, you might be lucky. We might have the biggest Spiro collector in the entire hobby right here in our stream. You never know. Here's Bonnet, and here's Graveyard. All right, we've pulled a Graveyard. He is a cool Pokemon. I like the design on this Pokemon, by the way. I think he's actually really solid. Okay, Graveyard in this box. Up in here. He's buying it. Here's a stamped Cerulege. Cerulege. It sounds like a car brand. Okay, there's the... I'm the Alpha. There's Annihilate. Here's... Mimikyu. So, Graveyard Mimikyu. I think Chinese has no guarantee, but that means a box can have like multiples. No, or am I wrong? Mr. So I'll say I wanted to actually add another coin to my slab away. Would you accept the new $25 fee to have 2 on layaway? So you want to put 2 of my completer coins or something into slab away? I mean, I think I'm open-minded to it. You just have to pay it off within that normal time period, I guess. Here we are. We are. I'm remembering the Mew. The Mew was a really, really close situation. But yeah, if you're really, really wanting it, it is Darkrai. Very nice. I think it's like 1 to 2 for Gem 3. There it is. Dustin Rivera. Thank you so much, Mr. Dustin. So exciting. Did you guys catch that? We just opened a whole box of Gem 3. Wow. I had never seen that before. A whole box get open. You know, I stopped making those. Ooh, in the whole box. I stopped making those type videos. You guys want to see those come back? I have the I have that one set with the remember we did like a pre-order case break that didn't go off properly because it didn't sell out. I still have some of those to open. Here we are. I actually have one already, actually. Oh. Asa Flores. All right, the current giveaway requires you to be a member, by the way, to participate. Alexandra, don't worry, the biggest Spiro collector is here. So she's here. She's taking your Spiro. And the Delta Metagross. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. You know, I knew that one wouldn't grade 10. I didn't think it would grade so well, though. I didn't know it would get as high as an 8. Well, I might have known that. I might have been looking at it going, hey, send that one out. All right. Beautiful Metagross. Yeah, actually, he looks pretty clean. Look at that, Mr. CS-Man. Not so bad after all. Alexandra. Oh, and this says CS-Man on the back. We wanted to say Alexandra now. Okay. Why couldn't one of those Red Cheeks grade 10? Such a nice card. I think when we were looking at it beforehand, we saw they were both off center. Okay. All right. Mr. Trust Me, that Mew helped me obtain some very important items. A base set 2 Zard in mint condition and a PSA Crown Brion. Nice, dude. Look at that. So nice. Okay. And CS-Man, you're going to get a little credit card. Credit kata. Hey, are we going to have this go off tonight? I'd love to see this go off tonight. So... Oops. All right. Can you put my payout into slab away? Oh, yeah, we can just do that right away. Throw this away. Let's see what the payout's going to be. 73% of 40. $29. Nice. Okay, we're going over to slab away. CS-Man. You have a poker card, poker pair Typhlosion. That's going to be 325 minus 29, which comes out to 296. 296. Yeah, you know, if that Spiro had graded 10, I'd have told you to sell it at like 75 bucks or something like that. 75 to 100. Let's see. Thank you, Miss Alexandra. And now, what do we have? Mister, may I see all remaining coins left for sale, please and thank you. Well, we have this Queen's Beast coin for sale. And we, of course, have these Pokemon coins for sale. Did you guys know about these? Dratini, Machop, Raticate. They're a bit dusty. Nidorino, they're gathering dust. A Horsey, Muck, and Ivysaur. So those are some Pokemon cards. Pokemon coins. I do have some more of these Morgan silver dollars. So let's see. So I got this one right here. I've thought about buying a big roll of these and making them for sale for like 60 bucks per each. There is Year of the Dragon yellow. Completer. So I only got one more silver Morgan. I got just a couple more of these completer coins. I got this guy right here for 130. CSman blesses all the stream he's in. Let's see. Ugh. There we go. I have some of those comments going to PSA. This tax submission was PSA 10 rejects. So we have this interesting coin. We are. We've got a little SpongeBob at 240. And there you have it. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Toss this in here. And we'll toss this over here. Very nice. He says thank you. I think he's teasing you. I don't think he was saying that nicely. Here's Mel Metal. Oh ho ho. He's got the SpongeBob emoji. Go. And here's Black Label Garchomp. Very nice. Now, more slabs, right? That's what I was thinking. Were you thinking that? That's what I was thinking. That reverse slowpoke in the September sub. Super excited for that one. Hopefully that one gets a 10. What do we got here? We've got the babies, Blacephalon, Path to Exile, and Savage Beating. Okay. And what time is this? 4:39. Here, let's hand out another spot in that giveaway. Okay, so here's Isaac. Oh, I thought you were teasing him. Here's Isaac. Let's jump over to... Wait, is Isaac a... Is he a member? He's a member, right? Isaac's a member, yes. And where'd the giveaway go? I thought you were teasing him. So this shall say Isaac Morgan. Number 4. Here's CS Man. He's a member. This one's members only, okay? Joshua Rodriguez. Okay, Joshua, easy. Okay. That's up to 5. That's a Gengar giveaway. $200 valuation, which might be undervalued. Last sold for $400 as a PSA 10. Now, how about these babies? That's me, says Josh. It's Edward Cornelio. Hello, Edward. How are you today? Here's the babies. Here's Blacephalon. It's a really weird card. Can we get another Pokemon card in here? The Spider-Man cards are cool. Ultimate Green Goblin. Look how clear that is. That's shockingly clear. Look at that shock. Cool. Heroic Intervention. The Death of Gwen Stacy. Hunter's Insights. Those are all non-Pokemon. A lot of 9s over there, unfortunately. And what's this last 2 here? We've got... Oh, man, that's cool. Loving this Gengar. Okay. All right. 5 years, and that is my first consignment sale. Well, we only started doing consignment like at the beginning of the year. There it is. As consignment was kind of like a way to try and sell cards that I don't normally carry. But, you know, I learned a lot from hosting it. I learned a lot of the time people don't really want to consign a good card. They kind of just want to consign their junk. And the other kind of card people like to consign is the exact same thing that I'm selling. So So they go, hey, he's making money selling that stuff. So I'll go grade one of those and then have him sell it for me. So that didn't make any sense either. I was like, why am I doing this? Here we are. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Meaning they could kind of like watch and see what's making me money. And then they go, wait, I'll do that. And then I let them consign it. And I'm just thinking like, why? This makes no sense. Why would I do this? Anyway, I can trade in my Pokemon hits from yesterday from that Dragon Coin for 130. Mr. Brandon, I would like to keep it a little uncomplicated. So I will have to, I'm going to turn that down, meaning that I'm not interested in the trade. I want to keep it uncomplicated. That's the reason why. But I can see why you would want it. It's a cute little coin. But you know, you got some really good coins for me. Here we are. Let's see. Oh, is this card $100 now? Wow, this card used to be so cheap. This card used to be so cheap, this Gengar. He has shot right up, dude. All right, so he is 100. There it is. And this is making me wonder about restocking this card. Roger that. If in chat for Rockstar Mahi, I asked you many times to give me one card, but you tell me that is not for you. This is why I should waste your time and my time. Also, you today. This is my last message. Okay, bro. Bye. Rockstar Mahi, you can't leave me now. I was this close to giving you a free card. Old maid. I was Rockstar Mahi. I was so close to giving you a free card, bro. I thought we were bros, bro. Let's see. Divided by 60. Looking at some prices here. Thinking about doing a bulk purchase of these old maids. Get all the Gengars graded. And let me look at this one real fast. Well, no, that's the same one, but much more expensive. Let's see. We will always remember you, Mahi. Mahi, we will always remember you. We'll never forget our friend Mahi. All right, Blacephalon time. Blacephalon tag team. Really, bro? You will give me? I think I will, bro. Really, bro. There it is. But first, you got to get Hina in here. I want to say hi to Hina. There. This is going to say 40. There you go. I'm having it for the first time. It tastes like poo-poo. What are you eating? Does anyone in chat enjoy Guinness? Oh, he's having a Guinness beer. It's like drinking bread. No, it's terrible. It's I had beers for a while. I drank beers when I was like 21-ish. Actually, I was drinking when I was like 18 because I had a roommate who was 21. And I don't know, dude. Like, some beers are like a punishment. Like, why am I drinking this foul-tasting bread beer? And it's just, what is the flavor of Guinness other than just, it's like drinking a cup of dirt or something, you know? Now, I'm not trying to beat up on Guinness too hard, but I swear to God, people drink it in order to prove how tough they are or something like that. They're like, yeah, I'm tough. I drink Guinness. Like, all right, enjoy your Guinness. Oh, you don't drink Guinness? We are. Wait, mister, how could you not like drinking bread? I love Guinness, says Edward. Oh, my God. All right. Whoa, this is expensive. The Babies is expensive, huh? Now, that's old. That's from 2019. That's an old card. This is from 2019. Thank you for being my best friend, being a best friend with me. Are old maids an easy 10? No, not necessarily. I make it look easy because I'm good at picking cards. But you open up a box of old maids, and the entire box can be off center. So you basically just bought a box and wasted whatever you paid for it, 35, 40 bucks, import fee, whatever it is. Maybe it's more. I don't know how much you know. So if you go out and you buy a box and the whole damn box is off center, woof, you just lost all your money. You got to buy a second box. Now, on average, it's like every other box is off center. Some of them, sometimes you get lucky. Maybe you get like, maybe you buy like a group of them and all of them are well centered, but you can also potentially buy a group of them and they're all off centered. So, you know, I think it depends on, you know, if you got a luck of the draw with the centering quality on them. But yeah, so Old Maids, they are not guaranteed 10s. You've seen, even with me checking for them, you've seen them come in as 9s, right? You've seen Old Maid 9s. And you don't see the ones that I don't even bother grading. You don't see those. Those stay at home. And we give them away and do stuff like that with them. And they're pretty cute looking. I like that red Gengar. He's a fantastic Gengar card. I've said of the boxes, but haven't opened them. They are just from my trip. Can you reduce your commission for better or more expensive cards like Z and G? I feel like that would incentivize people to put some nice slabs up. I think I hear what you're saying. You're kind of saying, you know, if I got an expensive slab, I want a larger cut from the slab. Um, I think it's something for me to think about. Ultimately, I'm not a true consigner. That's the problem. I'm not actually a true consigner. Z and G maybe is. eBay is. PSA is a consigner. eBay is a consigner, by the way. You don't need Z and G. You can just list your item on eBay. And I'm not a true consigner. This is more like I get a lot of eyeballs on this table, and somebody on this table might zip your card up like instantly, you know. And so it's a bit more like a convenience. And okay, so here's a problem, CS Min. Let's say you got a $2,000 card and you want like to pay 5% commission on it, and you want me to consign it on my table, and a top customer takes that slab and starts paying it down. Well, now you've changed the profit margin on my table from the normal amount of margin, which, or markup, whatever you want to call it, maybe which is like 30% or something like that, very reasonable for business, right? To just 5%. And that's not supposed to be a problem because you're moving a big amount of product. You're moving $2,000 worth of product. But it is kind of a problem because I understand my business so well that I know my customers, they spend a limited amount of money per month. So a customer is going to spend X amount per month on a low markup item that isn't even mine. You get the majority of the profit. And then the question becomes, well, I should just sell cards on TCC's table all the time because they sell fast because he's put together a nice little thing over here. And so that's why we don't end up doing that, because your item cannibalizes my items. And this is a problem. I don't want my items to be cannibalized. I'd rather, so like you're a valuable card, I'd rather be the one to sell it. I could go out, probably get a markup better than 5% just because I know how to acquire cards and sell it myself. So that's the problem, is I'm actually a card shop. I'm not a platform. That's the problem. Platforms make their money by high volume sales and a humongous reach. I don't do that. I have a small loyal following, and if you zonk out my top followers, I just end up taking a lower pay so that you can make money. And it's more like a convenience thing. You know, it's like a, hey, I'm just helping you get rid of some cards kind of thing. So again, I'm not a true consigner. And if you really want to get rid of your cards, got to hit up eBay. You know, eBay's great. I am a buyer too, by the way. I don't know if you guys ever think of it that way. I like trades. Like you could have tried to trade the Spearow and the Pikachu toward, I don't know, maybe you want like this guy, right? So you'd be like, hey, give me that Marshadow Machamp for my Pikachu and Spearow 9. And I'd have been like, maybe, you know. And so I love trades. I love to buy cards. And I'll help you with consignment on some items too. But, you know, we have a rate of consignment that makes it worth the time. All right, anyways, I hope that explains it. Yeah, you're right. Your system's a little different. I just wanted to ask because I would actually like to see some of my cards to be sold. Mr., do you still happen to have the PSA 9 Aquapolis Execute for $37? PSA 9 Aquapolis Execute. I mean, if it's in the Discord and it doesn't say sold, then it probably is here. Yeah. Yeah, probably is here. Is that Thai language, Marshadow Machamp? No, that's actually Japanese. Yeah, this is PSA. This is tag 10 Marshadow Machamp, $50. It's a good deal. 2019. That's a good card. Here it is. So look, these kind of all went together. We got Machamp, Blacephalon, and the Babies. The Babies is a popular one. That's why the price is higher too. Blacephalon's the least popular, but somebody's got to love Blacephalon. So Edward Cornelio, he says Phantasmal. That's phantasmic. Here you go. All right. I would like to use my $49 credit on the PSA 9 Execute. So it's the Aquapolis Execute. I'll go hunting for that real fast. Okay. All right. Sleeve this. Thank you, Mr. Edward. Okay, Edward. Where we got you, Mr. Edward? Haha, here we are. By the way, guys, we are just one spot away from the Lucario break going off. Don't know if you guys caught that. The Lucario break is one spot away. It's up to 6 out of 7. Ooh. Mister, I bought an item on PayPal. Would like to add a coin to slab away. Need help figuring out the math behind what's left to pay. Mister, that Vaporeon in a PSA 8 is fetching 50 bones. Wow. Nice, dude. Yeah, those Call of Legend cards are cool. Here's Martin Ramirez. He says he wants shipping. Can you include the Poker Haunter I put up for consignment recently? I decided I want to keep it. No problem. Martin Ramirez. So you've got this over here, and it's probably just sitting in that box. There we go. Yeah, consignment's been interesting. We've made a decent number of consignment sales over time, but we've also done a bunch of work where I price a lot of cards and they never sell. Like, look at all these. I priced all these up. This was not free. This cost me time that I could have been pricing my own cards. Every one of these cost a brand new sleeve, a sticker, and even the Sharpie markers are not free. So I probably lost a couple dollars in fees just setting all these up. And in the end, they might just be shipped home by the guy who wanted them sold originally. And there we go. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. We had a real successful round with Anthony Kalura. I liked Anthony Kalura's round. He sent us some pretty solid stuff. Here's a nice Firo. Where's Miss Alexandra? There's a nice Firo. Does she know that? Does she know that exists? You guys got to check those Discord servers for all the slabs we have for sale. Okay, so he said he had a card. That's the moderator coming out. Write my name, bro. About trading anything in my bag toward trade for the Gengar. Oh, the $100 Gengar, huh? We are. I don't know if you have anything in your bag that I'd like to pay $100 for, but you might be able to get some money off the Gengar. So you said you had a Haunter poker card in here. Is that right? Still looking for it. Okay. Nice Firo, but why is it in a CGC slab? I don't know. That's just what it's in. Here's CGC grades cards. Set this over here. And I don't see it. It might be on the table. Oh, no, you should have started with that. Oh, my gosh. I just went through a whole box of slabs, and it's on the table, you think? Oh, my God, bro. I would get that Melmel Lucario if it wasn't AGS. Yes, AGS, they're like a small grading company. They were kind of getting some attention for a little while. I almost cut a deal with them to grade cards with them, but I didn't like the terms of their deal. Yes. I didn't like the terms of their deal. I thought they were a little greedy, and I said, I'm out. So I was pretty close to having a deal with them, similar to what I'm doing with Tag. And just to give it a try, really. I mean, AGS, their whole thing is they believe that they got some monopoly on AI grading. And I remember telling them when I was talking about it, I was like, so what are you going to do when PSA says we've got AI grading? And so, you know, I was telling them that I thought it was very important that AGS get a hold of a lot of influencers and build up an argument for their quality of their slabs. And they're like, that all sounds good. And then they try to cut a deal with me. And the deal is I grade a ton of slabs with them for almost the same price as it costs to grade with them. And I'm like, why would I do that? We are. They want me to grade an enormous amount of slabs at pretty close to their base price. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go grade PSA. So, you know, these grading companies, I think they want to win, but they're greedy, man. they got to understand that the influencer has a lot of influence and it has a price tag to it. It has a value to it. Okay, we're still looking for Hunter here. He's somewhere. Look at this. You can buy them both, guys, together. Together. There's the coughing and there's the Gengar. That's great. You think it's still up on the table. Okay. Alakazam, Moltres. You said it's a Haunter, right? Ooh, what's this? That's pretty. What's that doing back there? Look at Tag. Tag's so beautiful. It looks way better than AGS. And they were more generous to me. And I didn't even have to ask. They're just like, yeah, we'll do something nice for you. This is Jimmy Torres's Gengar. Okay, you Haunter, right. Oh, here's another silver coin. Oh my God, can you believe it? It's in the last pile. Mr. Martin Ramirez, thank you so much. He said, let me keep that card. No problem, man. All yours. All good. Now, what did we do with your bag just now? Did we put it to the side? Your bag's been swallowed by the table. Oh, here it is. Good. Let's go make that label. Ooh, looks like the shipping software needs to be reset. We're going to do that right now. I need that Slowpoke. How much, Mr. Please? I know. Look at this. So this is a 7. And you're like, I'll buy it even if it's a 7. So that's why it's interesting how some cards can be very hard to sell as like an 8 or a 9. And then you get a card and it doesn't matter what the grade is. It just sells. Some cards just sell. It doesn't matter. But I didn't price it, and maybe I was waiting to turn him into a break. I don't know. Or maybe I was waiting to put him into the live customs. Okay, we're going to get you some pretty regular shipping here, Mr. Martin. What is this music, dude? This music is so lame. This is like that Zelda music. Yep, that's what it is. Let's click on this. Okay. Good. What were you doing? All right, we were setting this shipping up. $8. Not $8, 8 ounces. So, Martin, we're just waiting for the labeled price to arrive now. And we'll go ahead and put this in the shipping the slabs pile. Boy, Alexis has a lot of shipping. I'm going to tell her. All right. Okay, any interest in the tag team slab? Are you talking about the one that's about to break? Hopefully. Can you check the price on the legendary Slowpoke? So I didn't sell him, and I think I was just showing him off the other day. I think he's one of those cards where he sells real slowly. He's probably going to go into like the live customs if I do sell him too. So we take cards like this and we pop it in the live customs to give people something to look forward to in the live customs. So notice he's a 7. So I must have bought him intentionally at a lower grade because that'll fit into the live customs. This is a card waiting to go in there. I know you want to buy him, though. It's tempting to sell it to you. We are. Put this over here. You didn't even know he existed a second ago. Now you're like, damn, dude, that guy's cute. Give me that Slowpoke, bro. I'll take a look. I'm curious what I paid for him and what he's going for now. How long ago did I buy him, I wonder? I wasn't prepared to sell him, though. Let's see. Let's see. 250-ish. Is that right? And what did I pay for him back in the day when I did buy him? Only if you want it, Brandon. I bought him in the middle of the year. That's interesting. See you, Azza. All right, I'm going to listen to some music and go to sleep. Got to rest up for my weekly Costco run. I could use my remaining credit to fill out the tag team slab break. Oh, Rockstar Mari says, please give me one card, bro. Please give me one, bro. Please give me, 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 bro. Please give me. Well, I wasn't going to give you one, but it was that last part of your sentence where you said, please give me. And I was thinking after you said that the 12th time that maybe we go ahead and give you one. We are. That's what I was thinking. What do you guys think? You think that's right? I think that's smart. All right, I got some shipping to do tonight myself. There is something that does have to be shipped out. Some eBay stuff. My eBay auctions, they have to be shipped. We have a Mr. Miguel Vasquez. I'll take that Ivysaur coin immediately, sending $14 to add that huge 420. This is Sparta coin on Sabaway. I'll send the rest $11 on crypto ETH. All right, so what you're trying to tell me is, number one, you would like the Ivysaur coin. Okay, let me get that Ivysaur coin for you. He is probably the best coin in here. He's one of the base set evolutions, so that makes a lot of sense. Here it is. Okay, please give me, bro. Bro! This guy knows how to say bro really well. I think I'm going to do it. I'm used to Mr. Edging me, so it's okay. What do you guys think? Do I sell the Slowpoke, or do I keep it for the live customs? There we go. Here we are. Okay. Trying to get some of the dust off there. Let's put this in a sleeve. Bro, I was just thinking I could give you some free Pokemon cards, but it's really dependent on if you say bro enough. There. There's that Slowpoke. We are. Sell it to him, LMAO. I kind of wanted to use this in the live customs. It's the only thing, you know. All right. So, and this is for our friend Mr. Miguel Vasquez. A lot of coins been selling recently, man. TheCardconomist. Oops. Pull this back up. I once had a Charizard of these coins, and I think I sold them for like $400 or some crazy number. All right, sounds good, Mr. CS Man. Here's Ivysaur. I'll put this back. All right. So this is for Mr. Miguel, and let's get his name on the back. What if I jumped in and I bought that before you? Wouldn't that be terrible? Just to be mean to you. Here it is. Ha! Like that. All right. You know what's going on there, right? The relative price between the 7 and the 9 is telling your brain that the 290 on the 9 must be good. But what if they're both overpriced? Isn't that interesting? Those are tricks I've learned over a long period of time. Let's grab this. So, for example, watch this. So let's say this card number A is the one I want to sell, and I'd like to sell it at a good price. Card number B will be overpriced, and then you'll be like, wow, card number B is so expensive. I might as well buy card number A. It's so affordable. But card number B was never meant to be sold. His only job is to make card number A, card letter A, look good. His job was not to sell. That's how a card market works in those ways, in those tricky ways. There we go. All right. So, Mr. Martin, we're all done with that. This is my last message, bro. No, you can't leave us. Rockstar Mahi, no! You got to stay with us, Rockstar Mahi. I was so close to giving you one for free. I was really close. Can you place that 420 coin on Cyberway? We can do that. Yeah, let's go grab that, okay? Okay. And I tell you what, here's what we'll do with it. We'll do $5 on the slab away for that coin, okay? All right. So that's that antique coin. Is super cool. Let me hit okay on this. Let me jump over here. And, oops. So what is going on over here? We've got, over in the M's. So you've got a PF70 Evil Eye silver coin. And that says November. And then you also have a November 25. Oops, Vasquez. MS70 antiquated. First release. Aries and Mars. 420. 420 Blaze It. So let me see what's going on here. You paid for the Ivysaur. Oh, what was the price on the Ivysaur? I don't even remember. Sending $14 to add that huge 420. This is Sparta coin on Subway. I'll send rest 11 on crypto. So you're trying to send me $25 for the Spartan coin. So we're going to do $5 down for this. Not $5 down. We're going to do $5 fee to slab away the Spartan coin, okay? And then, so that means currently, just based off of your PayPal, $9 are being applied to it. So 411. And you can send 11 more on crypto if you wish. All right, so now you got 2 coins, the Evil Eye and antiquated first release Aries and Mars. There you have it. Okay, there we go. Promise to not overlap it like the Mew. No problem, man. Oh my gosh, what did you do to my Rockstar? This is my last message. You telling me I will give you 1 card for free, but you made fun of me and you are telling me I will send 1 card, bro. Bye, 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 bro. Rockstar, I'm totally going to give you a card, bro. Rockstar. You can't just leave. We're this close to giving you a card, Rockstar. Rockstar, you can't leave, man. What about your free one? I'm about to give you a free one. Okay, thank you, Mr. Miguel. Edwin Delsid said slab away and shipping. Mr. Edwin, wow. Everyone is ordering shipping at the same time. He ordered the PSA 10 Halo Hollow and Tartarus. Oh, yeah. So that's finally wrapping up. I wonder, when did you get that? You got that December last year? You finished this right at the end. That's amazing. Let me go grab this. All right, Edwin Delson. Mr. Edwin. Let's see. Nice job, Mr. Edwin. I like it. Is this it? Oh, yeah. There's a funny story to this one. I had sold Mr. Brandon's cards for him that time period, and we couldn't figure out what happened to them because he asked for them to be shipped home, and I was like, what did we do with those? And it turned out I had successfully sold them. We both thought that they had failed to sell. Here we are. Okay. See? All right. How's Hina? Okay, Edwin Delsid, loving it, man. Charizard SAR card, bro. Don't go anywhere, Mahi. I'm just about to give you a free Charizard SAR. There we go. Very nice. All right. And we'll flip this around. Good. Yeah, get you some of these nice sleeves. You gotta have nice sleeves for nice Halo Topps cards, you know? There it goes. Right, bro? All right. Edwin Delson. I would love to go to Korea, see us, man. There we go. CS Man, what do you like about America? Is there anything interesting about America that America does well? It is probably public safety, right? Public safety, probably health. There you go. You don't have to lie. I know America's one of the safest countries. Here we are. Then give me, bro. Then give me, bro. I will. I will. We are. But don't go anywhere, okay? I need to find a 10 of that legendary collection Slowpoke, but it's like pop 5 or some bullshit. Welcome to the world of the legendary collection. That's the most expensive card set ever, dude. Like, don't even try. That card set's nuts. I bought a couple cards from that set in the past, and I don't even try to buy anything from that anymore. It's too expensive. Doesn't make any sense. It's a very unique card set. I wish I'd bought more. I actually did have more, but I sold them. Here we are. All right. Then give me bro, 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 then give me bro. I was thinking, Mr. Rockstar Mahi, which card do you want? Do you have any more Halo cards in a 10? Oh, I wish I did, but I currently do not. Someday I might. Here we are. Yeah, those are pretty good, aren't they? They're pretty nifty. Edward Cornelio. So if we're shipping you out, we got to find all your Edwin Delcid bags. Hell yeah, bro. Shelton, Elizabeth Rains, Edwin Delcid. Okay. Morales, Edwin A. Henriquez. I don't think Edwin A. Henriquez is coming back. What card did you want again, Mr. Rockstar Mahia? I don't remember which card it is that you want. It is. There we go. I'm close to a full set of PSA 10. Damn, that's cool, man. If you're patient, I'm sure more will come to the market over time because people are constantly grading those cards. And there's still some out there to grade. So I got one bag for you, Mr. Edwin. I'm just doing a little double check in case there's a little more. I don't see any in this box. Boy, these boxes are full, man. All right, cool. And can we print this label now for Martin Ramirez? Yes, we can. Wait, let me double check, make sure I didn't already do it. Oh, I already printed it. Oops. Okay, let's not double print it. So, Edwin, the next step, we have to make sure that we don't ship to an old address. Mr. Rockstar Mahi, which card did you want? I don't remember which card you wanted. There you are. Don't go anywhere, Mr. Mahi. We're just about to give you a card. Which card did you want? Let's see. Logging in. I'll join in on the break. Oh, taking a little stab. Hey, that's not a bad thing. You probably miss, right? 1 in 7 odds. You probably miss, but there's that chance you hit. All right, that sounds fun, guys. It sounds like the lightning break is over, everybody. Sounding good, man. Good luck in there. Let's just... I mean, what were you going to get? You were going to get like a PSA 9 egg. Might as well take a shot at a nice 10, you know? Edwin Delcid. So I'm checking your PayPal address. We don't want to ship these nice cards to the wrong address. Oh, have we never shipped you before? So, Edwin, I'm going to use your address in PayPal. Is that okay? That's up to date, right? PayPal address is up to date, right? That's what we're using. Let me go grab your email. First time shipping, guys. How cool is that? Okay, we've got that in place. I think the weight is fine. All right. I'll join in on the break, Mr. I explained above why I like America more. He says everything. First of all, more things to do. Everyone I know is in America. I'm better at English than Korean. I also feel like I have better opportunity in the U.S. Yeah, actually, the U.S., when it comes to opportunity, I would rank it pretty high on opportunity. It's a strange place because it's humongous. Like, it's just physically very large. And I feel like that's something that we don't appreciate as Americans who already live here. We don't think about how physically ginormous America is. It's really huge. It's got a lot of different areas. So you can go to like Miami, Florida. You can go to Austin, Texas. You can go to New York City. You can go to Los Angeles. You go to San Diego. You can go to Chicago, Illinois. There's even St. Louis, Missouri. Whoa. There's so many cities in America with a very different flavor in each one. Over time, America has kind of changed and morphed into different things. And it's kind of interesting. But you know, most importantly of all, since America was a sort of like a capitalist country with low taxes for so long, all these great countries, all these great companies sprung up over time because people love to come here to do business, and it's just a great place to start a company or to start a tech company or whatever, because you have more freedoms and lower taxes. And so this results in Americans having access to better wages and better jobs, and when they work those jobs, they pay less taxes. So it's a great playground if you're somebody with talent. If you get an important job, it's a way to become very wealthy. We are. Safety in Korea is absurdly nice compared to America. No guns and police are everywhere. Yeah, exactly. So that's a big downside for America. I think the trick to that, you basically have to buy into safety. Like there are areas that are just like the area I'm living. So to get to my house, you have to drive on a highway. And guess what? Homeless people aren't walking on the highway. It doesn't happen. So that's one of the tricks to America. It's you have to have a car and you have to buy a house in a place where it's just physically hard to get to. That's one trick. It's not all of the tricks, but you know, there's probably neighborhoods that are gated and guarded, and you know, areas where you know it's just harder to find people who are maybe dangerous hanging around. You know, homeless people. It's typically somebody who has a drug problem. It's typically drugs. So you know, it's true. America really does have an issue with that kind of stuff. You know, you hear about a person like just going to usually it's a woman too. It's so sad. Just like a woman on a train set on fire, she dies in a fiery blaze, or a woman gets pushed in front of a train. You hear about that kind of stuff, and it's just wild. You're like, what the hell? All right, Edwin, we got your label done. Boop. Do you think I own a gun when I'm older? I don't know if I should. If you want to own a gun, I don't know what the rules are for the state you're in, but depending on which state you're in, there'll be certain rules to follow, and you'll want some practice shooting. You can go to like a range and they'll teach you how to shoot the gun, no problem. Wait, did I just make this label twice? What's going on here? Oh, we already made the label. Huh. It must have calculated the label really fast. That is so weird, because some time passed and my brain said, okay, the Edwin Delstead label should be ready now. Oops. So we got 2 Edwin Delstead labels. Let me cancel the second one. Do you have a license to own guns, or do you can just pick up in a store? So it just depends on what state you're in. Some states will have stricter rules for gun ownership. If you're living in the middle of nowhere in Missouri, you can literally just walk into Walmart and buy a gun. It's really simple. All right, let's see. Let me hit close on this. Yeah, like our Walmarts all have guns in them. There's a store next to Walmart. It's called Bromgars. It's called like Bromgars or something like that. And if you go into Bromgars, they sell a lot of farming equipment. And then in the back of the store, there's just this huge section full of guns. Huge. I'll send a picture to you guys sometime. You get all the guns you want. There's hunting rifles. There's hunting rifles with huge scopes, so you can shoot something like a sniper. There's there's like normal hand pistols. There's revolvers. There's tiny little purse guns. They got everything. They got this humongous supply of different guns. Then if you just drive down the road across the overpass, there's an actual gun store. You can go get your AK-47. No, you can't get an AK-47, but you can get pretty much anything you want over there as well. All the equipment that you want, and yeah, it's pretty silly. It's really easy actually. 3D print your pew. Can I work at a factory? Then I Uber afterwards. Bro, you never priced up the Venom, bro. The Venom. So did I even get him? I don't think I got all of the cards. Hold on. We got to host this break too. Mr. Brandon saying he'd like to finish the break. Good for you, Mr. Brandon. All right, so the Venom must have been found then. It must have been that one where he's smacking Spidey, man. Give me a second here. All right, so. Is it still over here? Oh, Savage Beating. That one right there, right? Yeah, that's cool, huh? That's a mythic rare, and it only graded 9, though. I just started Ubering. You're doing a little bit of Uber? That's cool, man. Uber's tough. It's tough to make a profit on Uber because it wears your car out. So be careful. Drive safe, okay? We don't want to hear about you getting in trouble, getting in a car accident. Savage Beating. Okay, Spider-Man. That's what Karis's father does. He's an Uber driver. Here we are. He apparently really likes the job. It's great if you're somebody who likes meeting people all day long. So there's none graded. I'd like to just offer price on this. It is a 9. It's not a 10. It's something like $35 probably. I think that's pretty accurate. Okay, he's a nice $35 9. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Edwin Delsid. What's the rocket pack break? Mr. Dustin, if you've never heard of this, this is called a pack split where everybody gets one card in the pack at random. We don't open it until all the cards are sold. So you each get one card and somebody's going to get the rare card. So you hope it's you. So for 40 bucks, you got a 1 in 11 odds to be the guy that pulled the rare. Now, if you miss the rare, that's okay. You might pull a good common or a good uncommon. So, like, you might pull Dark Charmeleon, and if that guy grades 10, he's like $400 or some crazy amount. I don't know what he sells for nowadays, but it's some ridiculous amount. So you could be lucky in there anyways. Okay, so the Venom is sold. Here goes. That was popular. Really just breaking even on that card, unfortunately. Yeah. So, let's grab you this. Mr. Brandon, you shall have $9 left. He's bought the last spot in the Lucario break. The Lucario break goes off tonight. Good luck in there. You've watched a lot of these breaks. So is it full? That needs 8 more people in it. So it's not full. Yeah, that one's not full. I don't write the numbers on the outside of the sleeve because I don't have a lot of those sleeves. So I try to reuse it. Try to make it last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. All 7 people are in. This is it. Altart Lucario Melmetal from 2019 going off, everybody. It has a star spot in it and a chase card in it. Are these all full? They're all full, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now we got to pull some hits out of 2 of them. All right, because that's going to be replaced with the actual chase card and the star card. So I got to remember that to leave 2 empty packs for myself. All right. Make sure I can find it. We had those other cards in there to give it some weight. All right. So here it is, guys. Good luck. This is a break, a Cardconomist break. We host these all year long, and they go off all the time. I think the last one that went off before this, Lucario Melmetal, wasn't it the Phantasmal box break? So somebody pulled a whole box of Phantasmal, and they pulled it for 40 bucks. And we got this Tifa running and all kinds of cool stuff running. But we're going to have a new one right after this Lucario Melmetal. We have a real big one you can join. It's called the Staff card. It's actually called the Rare Candy Break. And it's for a Staff Tyranitar. All right, now give me a number. We let the audience split the shuffle in half. We shuffle it for RNG. I got to start buying out pack splits again. It was so fun. The breaks are fun, man. They really are. 6, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There it is. Now here's the other list of names. The other pile. There it goes. All right. Let's see. What's the rocket pack break? If one position above a regular machine, I'm a setter operator is called. Here we are. Nice. Oh, I see. So you're doing a little Uber on the side. That's cool, man. Good for you. Okay. All right, give me a number. Let's see you guys pick out a number for this. I'm going on a mega cut in December, mister. Trying to get to sub 8% body fat. Mewtwo build time. That's funny, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, when I was younger, I was able to get really fit because I wasn't hanging out with the girlfriend at all. By the time you get a nice girlfriend, all you'll want to do is lay around on the couch with her and go out to eat. Then it's all over. Okay, here goes. We've got Andrew Martine. Soup. Okay, Andrew's picking up Parasect. Nice, dude. Zachary Stex. Is this bag right next to me? I can put his stuff away instantly. He's pulling Typhlosion Roserade and Ludicolo. Okay, Mr. Zach. I'm going to put this one away right now because I know his bag is so close, dude. So easy to reach. Okay. Get a girl that wants to work out with you, says Hero Carter. True, you could find that. You could find that. I didn't think of that. All the girls I dated just wanted to hang out. His Hedison Vasquez. So Mr. Hedison pulls. He's going to pull an Inkay. Okay. You should come to the gym with me. We can spar. Gym girls are top tier. Here's Andy Man. Oh, wow. He's got to pull out an Altart Sandaconda. Nice. That's pretty good, actually. I feel like Andy Man actually pulled some good raw cards. Here's Javier Arroyo. Oh, nope. I thought that was going to be a big one. It's actually one of the coldest packs. I'm sorry, Javier. It's rough. Well, I know where his stuff is, too. I can put his stuff away instantly. There it goes. Javier, thank you. You know, I shouldn't do that anyways. You know why? Because if I ever have to revert, like if I make a big mistake on this and I have to redo the whole thing, it's easier to have everything in line. Mr. Brandon, well, there's only 2 spots left, Brandon. So you either pulled the star card or you just pulled the slab. Let's see what it is. Oh, the star card. All right, you shall be moved over to the Tyranitar. Okay. You could pull the Tyranitar, by the way. That's a big deal if you do. That one's humongous, really. It's a humongous pull. And then right here, Carlos Sura. Is he watching? Nah, he's not watching. All right, so he has pulled the Cardconomist signature drawing, which he can now trade for this guy. Okay, because they're both worth hundreds of dollars, right? All right, cool, man. Carlos Sura, congratulations. Javier Arroyo and Andrew Martin. Let's grab Andy Man and Andy Man. Andy Man did the best in terms of pulling raw cards. He did pretty good on those. Hedison Vasquez. Let me just leave these out. I think I can take care of all of these right now. Boop. These empty packs shall... Well, first of all, let's put these back inside of them. And then we should put them away. So what do we got going on here? Put this back in here. Remember, we removed these at the start for the hits. That was called a custom break. Pretty neat, right? It's a way to acquire some cool things out of custom boosters. But especially, you get a shot at a nice slab. Mr. Brandon pulled this star card, which means he is being moved over to a different break. It's like a swap. You get a different custom pack. Hedison Vasquez is in the H. He's Andy Man. So the guy who actually pulls the slab, though, is Carlos Sura. I threw his card away. Carlos Sura. Congratulations to Carlos. I'll put this away. Carlos can keep this if he wants, but he has to not take the slab home if he does that. So it is a trade. Okay. There it is. Thank you, Mr. Carlos. Oops. All right. Carlos can also take a card like that and trade it in for gold or trade it in for silver. So what that really means is you can just participate in any break you want, any break you think is about to go off, even if you don't like the thing that's being broken. If you happen to pull it, just use it to trade with me. You can get something you do like. You can even convert it to something simple like silver and gold. Okay, this shall go into this baggie. So, Brandon, we'll be watching your career with great interest. That's a line from Star Wars. Okay, you're in there. And now, we shall take the rare candy and tick it up to 15. So this is getting awfully close. This is down to just 11 spots. That is the Tyranitar staff, and I think people are going to start getting a little crazy about it pretty soon. Andy Man, let's get this put away. I'll take a Surging Sparks pack to complete the credit. Surging Sparks, you got it. Here's Andrew Martin. So ever since we started adding stuff to the booster packs, the payout for opening the booster packs has been much nicer. I mean, look, he's pulled all this from opening packs. In the past, he would have just gotten some energy cards. That's it. He would have gotten some common cards. He wouldn't have really gotten anything for being in those breaks. But the outcome, because of the change to the custom boosters, is that you might actually pull a card or two. Like this guy, if he graded 10, might be worth just around 40 bucks, Mr. Hedison. Let's grab your bag in the H boxes, which are where? Where do we keep H? Oh, yeah. H is over here. It's weird. We don't pull the H boxes down enough. So here's Heath. Here's Hawk. Here's Hoptois or something like that. Hayden. Okay, let's check this second H box. You know, the fun part now is we get to choose another break. That's the fun part. Okay, Hedison probably needs a new bag. New bag time. You can put some crazy rock card in one of those custom boosters. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep that on the schedule all the time. Like, actually, did you see he pulled an alt-art there? The Chupacabra he pulled, that was an alt-art. That's, you know, anything from that time period as an alt-art is pretty good. Vasquez. But, you know, maybe we put some fun vintage in there or something. Anything's possible. Problem is, if it gets too expensive, then I have to add an extra spot to the breaks at that point. So if it gets too expensive, you're kind of paying for it in another way. So we can do all kinds of light. Look, this was a former lightning break. Oh, you guys didn't like that one. You didn't like the Squirtle. Nobody jumped in the Squirtle. Poor Squirtle. I don't know why. That's a good card, man. That's a freaking excellent card. Ooh, this nice Raikou. I never priced him, I guess. This guy's cool. That's cool. There's Dark Slowking, but I'm not ready to part with him. Ooh, yeah. That's cool. This guy should just be for sale right now. He shouldn't be in that box. He doesn't belong in there. Same here. This card just deserves to be sold. Don't know why it's there. Can you give me a bag sort in exchange for the hollows in my bag? What's the name of the bag, Mr. Bear in the Woods? Look at this. Pujit. Mr. Pujit. Playing a little Radiohead here in the background. God, I wish I could just leave it playing. But we're going to go ahead and turn that off. All right. So let's jump over here. I'll take a Surging Sparks pack. Let me take care of this Surging Sparks pack for Mr. CS Man. Ooh, you know, I feel like I already moved your bag to the shipping area, though, is one of the problems. So your bag's not here anymore. Do you want to just see what you get, maybe? Where even is the, must be over here or something. Surging Sparks. What time is this? 5:35. I got to go because I got some shipping to do that even Alexis won't be doing. I got to do it personally. Joshua Ramos. You know, I always forget that Bear in the Woods. I don't make that connection with a lot of people. All right, that was one Surging Sparks. This time it's just hollows. Do you mind if I don't hunt your bag down and put these in there? Let me see, how valuable are these? You got a Tapu Lele, a Trainer, and a Wo-Chien. I think those are pretty stinky. You mind if I just whoop them over here? And then Brandon Wong, this will be all done. So cool, man. You got a lot of gold coming. You got a lot of silver coming, and you got some other stuff too. And you still have a chance to pull that Tyranitar. The odds are low, but they're there. You can keep the hollows. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Hunting down that little baggie when there's so many shippings to do. Oh my God, there's a couple orders in the queue. What the hell happened? You guys all went to order at like 5 a.m. in the morning. Eric Rodriguez, shipping please. I have 2 slabs. I believe you made an extra bag for me one day. You couldn't find my original, please, and thank you, Eric Rodriguez. Okay. What, you guys ordering everything at 5:30? You need to order earlier. Okay. Let's see. You know, now that it's 5:30, now that TCC's got to be somewhere. Here's an Eric Rodriguez bag. There we go. I created that bag because I didn't see another bag. I didn't know that you're supposed to have another bag. Let's see. Oh, we still got all of these, huh? I got to do something with these. God, dude, we got too much stuff. Move all this out of the way. Fates Collide pack. Okay, let's check this box out. We got Luke Costa. Let's throw this baggie away. It's just an empty baggie. Luke Laurie, Leighton, Eric Rodriguez. There you have it. No problem, man. This is an expired bag. Eric Beltran. And that one's almost... Oh, wait a second. This also says Eric Beltran, but it says 225. So let's put this back in. Not expired. All right. Eric Rodriguez. We're going to combine the bags. And you said you got 2 slabs as well. Bro, please give card to Rockstar. Is he still here? We are. Where's Rockstar? He needs a free card, man. Bro, I mean, bro. Wow, this stream was mega entertaining. I didn't miss a single second. Yeah. Sometimes the streams are weirdly busy. They're usually busy on a weekend. The weekend really does begin on Thursday night because Thursday night is technically Friday morning and people start getting their paychecks and they start saying, hey, let's do stuff. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, I want to open something. Surprise Mr. sold the Metagross. The Tag 8. Nah, he's definitely for sale. We are. Tag 8 Metagross. Okay, placing this over here. I'd like to meet some new guys. If you're watching and you've never placed an order before, I want to place your first order soon, okay? We got this free Gengar here. Let me put that in your bag when you place your first order. We're trying to meet some new people. Keep the group alive here. Okay, Eric said he had 3 slabs, no problem. Javier Arroyo, 1 Prismatic Evolutions, 1 Gem 3. I have a bag. Thanks, mister. This Prismatic? No, that's Pokemon White. Here's Prismatic. Oops. Tossing that back in there. Okay, Javier. Surprise Mr. sold the Meta. Already read that. There we go. Metagross. He's a nice card, huh? He's a Delta Species card. And he came out of a box of raw cards I have that just need to be graded. And believe it or not, there's plenty more that still just need to be graded. So he's just one of many. And what I did over the years was I built up a little backstock of raw cards to grade for later. Now that we got all this commitment to tag grading, I'm kind of going through it a little bit. I can't keep up with it. I actually have a very serious problem where I can't get enough time to sit down and make an order. And so it's not really a financial issue at all, but it is a time issue. I commit so much time to this stream, I don't have time to submit that many cards. Yeah, it's a real problem. In fact, I'm supposed to work on a BGS submission now. Okay, 1 Gem 3. Mr. Javier, 1 Gem 3. Here it goes. So how am I supposed to get all that done? I don't know. There it goes. Maybe I ought to have like a time period in the stream itself where I am working through cards I'd like to grade. But I don't know. I feel like people would find that super boring. Like I find it boring. Yeah, that's right. I do find it boring. If it's boring for me, it'll be boring for you guys. It really is just labor. Okay. I'm surprised this guy hasn't sold yet, but I bet you by the end of Saturday, he's gone. Oscar Resendez says, tag Venom 9. Oh, right. So where did that guy go? I moved him to the side, didn't I? There he is. Thanks, Mr. Oscar. Enjoy it. Nice. Very good. Wow, you should see the stack of slabs over here. And then, good. So now, let me check the website. Surprise Minister sold the Metagross. If it was a 10, then he would probably a $700 card. Yeah, so probably what I would do, Mr., will you ship my stuff personally? Says Mr. CSman. You could probably tip me to have me do it personally. Alexis is pretty good, but I don't mind it. Yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to tip me to personally ship their stuff, that's an available option. I've never priced anything like that before, but it's actually just a matter of using my time productively. You know what I'm saying? So like I hire Alexis to do it for me, and she gets paid to take my place. She gets paid really well, by the way. She gets paid like $25 an hour for that shipping. So it's a great paying job. But you know, probably I could do it personally. Yeah, I could do it personally for a certain price. No haggling. Prices are the prices. Must be $500. Tammy, I didn't haggle. I just meant the card I bought if it was a higher grade. Oh yeah, she wasn't haggling. She actually bought that Metagross for was it $80? She was speculating how much it would be worth if it had graded 10 instead of 8. Not you, the one above you. The one above her. I don't even see it. You must see something we can't see. That's so weird. I swear that's been happening. Let's see. Bro, please give the card to Rockstar. I'm gonna do it, Prob Hugh. Prob Hugh, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's so weird. You see something that we can't see, Tammy. I can't even see who you're talking about. And I'm not in top chat, I'm in live chat. Wow, so weird. Okay, so I think check Discord. Oh, Tammy's gonna send me a screenshot, I bet. Oh, it's been hidden. So in his message, he says Japanese EB3, but he spells it out as JAP, like Jap, which was a long time ago. That was a World War II slur. And so it automatically hid his message. But for some reason, you can see it. So that's so weird because I'm not on top chat. I'm actually on live chat, and it still hid it from me. And you were able to see it, but clearly Astara and I could not see it. That's so strange. That's so strange to me. And yeah, he was asking for a cheaper box of EB3, and EB3 is selling really well right now. What I recommend, Mr. Ricka, if you want maybe a cheaper price, I mean, we might be able to lower the price a little bit if you were to purchase a whole case outright, because that would give me a chance to do an instant restock on it. So sometimes if you're buying out a whole case, we do a special price. All right, guys. So what a fantastic Thursday night stream. It's now 5:44. We got the full 4 hours and we did great. You guys have been very nice to me. Thank you, everyone, for the likes and the kind messages. Thanks to Mr. Brandon for finishing the lightning break. What this means, in the next stream, we get to pick a new lightning break. That's going to be very exciting. Lightning breaks are very popular. We always try to pick a highly popular and affordable card at the same time because people just really like that format. They like it when there's not too many spots, but it's also a highly desirable card. I like it because we always put a star card in it, and the star card keeps this guy clicking forward. So that's what I like about the lightning breaks the most is you can take a big slab on the table and have it slowly moving forward at the same time. This guy only has 11 spots left, and when he has only 5 spots left, he'll sell himself. He'll just disappear. Man, that's a big card, the staff card. That's like a holy grail card if you're a Tyranitar collector. I think that's the only staff Tyranitar card that's ever been created. And at the same time, it's a Team Rocket card. Like, sometimes people don't have the same imagination I do, but I'm thinking about this card 5 years from now. How's this not like $3,000 5 years from now? So I really like that card, and I could see it going to the moon over time. Not right now, because there's plenty of them. But wait till there's not plenty of them. Yeah, then I could see it going to the moon. Happy Friday. See you later, guys. I'll see you for the late night Friday stream. Have a good night. See you later, everyone.